entire house because at that point it's over.
Okay, I think I fixed the whole problem about the stream like being behind by like hours. So I think I fixed it. Don't quote me, but I think I did. Because it asked me that there was like a duplicate or not duplication. There was a stream delay that it was asking me, and it was set for 20. It's set for 20 seconds. So I set that. I set that down to 5. So hopefully it's a bit faster for everybody to catch up on. While I do
Orange
the stream.
till 9 seconds.
I mean, fair enough. Boom, boom, got it. Okay.
Well, I mean, you set it to like nothing ever at all. Set it to
Oh,
0
it wouldn't.
seconds.
It wouldn't let me because it says that it's not allowed to put it to 0. So I was like, fuck it, 5 seconds. 5 seconds is fine though. It's not gonna be that far behind anyway, so it's okay. It's not gonna be that far behind.
500 seconds.
500 cigarettes.
1 million beers.
99 balls, beer in the wall. 99
Would you
balls,
rather?
beer, take one down and then. Sorry.
Would you rather 500 beers or 1 million cigarettes?
1 million
With the
beers.
cigarettes, you can just eat them.
Girl, what the fuck?
You
Eat
guys have never
cigarettes?
seen the video? Huh?
I've seen that's exactly what I'm referencing.
Yeah, that's what I'm referencing. In the video, the guy he summons a cigarette from the machine, and he just eats them because he doesn't know how to smoke them.
Yeah, and then later on in the episode they get fucking addicted to smoking.
Yeah, they get addicted to smoking immediately.
I love Star Trek.
The only thing that happens is after 5 minutes of not partaking in this great nicotine, we start violently shaking.
Damn.
I really wish I knew what you guys were talking about, because right now you sound
Star Trek.
schizo.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Trek.
This is
Oh.
it's Star Trek if it was made by Family Guy people. The main actor is literally Sam McFarlane that makes Family Guy.
Oh.
Okay, just fixing up some stuff.
I don't even have my
Orion, I
character
think, was
sheets
it?
up.
Don't remember. the
Dude,
name.
what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? I don't know. There's a lot
Yes,
of things
what's wrong with you?
There's
Number
a lot-
one,
No.
things that's wrong with me
Girl.
that I never disclose about myself until I realize I'm just too late. And it's too late.
Damn.
Wait, did you guys
Your
see the
mating-
picture I sent? Sorry.
What?
Yes, you know, we see the fit,
Yeah.
but it is pretty. It is pretty.
Thank you.
Legit.
I'm the only one who commented, by the way.
I know. Thank you. Thank you,
No,
sweetheart.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
My
Yeah,
friend,
I'll
I
react.
texted a picture to him and he's like, "Oh, hello, Lois Griffin." The way I almost killed
No.
He said hello, Lois
It's
Griffin.
okay. He's built like Peter, so it's fine.
Listen,
Oh yeah,
girl.
that's right. You're ginger now.
If
No
you
joke.
put on a
That's right,
red
you're
lipstick
ginger
and you
now.
parted that bangs to the side, Lois Griffin core.
No,
I know.
no joke. Surfed so much in that picture it made my raid team wipe.
What does that mean? Can you give me like? Don't
No,
use like
you
brain.
posted the picture. I looked to the left, didn't put misclicked on an input, and that put on a chain reaction of our tank dying.
Oh, I killed everyone. My bad.
Yippee!
Yippee.
I accidentally taunted into the flash healing.
Oh my gosh, you said yippee after killing
Damn.
everybody. My god.
I'm a bit upset because my sister was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop by the house today to drop her hair diffuser to me because I lost the freaking attachment and I need that for my curls." And she was like, "Oh no."
I have one. Do you want to come over and borrow mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I love doing that shit, being like, "Do you want to borrow mine?" to people who are like very far away.
No, because-
Uh,
My sister actually lives like 30 minutes away from me now, so that's actually.
Yeah.
She moved away.
Away.
Yeah, I got a new blow dryer for Christmas, and I don't know what texture my hair is, but I just straighten it like every day. Cause I'm
That's
like,
the reason why I'm letting my hair be natural. It fucked up my natural hair.
Yo, who wants the staff of the Python?
can I have a boomerang cube? You know, since you fucking shot me
What's
and
the
all.
staff of a pine?
Since you fucking shot.
It's a
That's
quarter
not
staff
actually
and it
what-
turns into a snake.
By that logic, I should get 1-2 for shooting.
I'll take. I'm just playing now.
I think
So-
Hariki should give me
I mean-
compensation as well. Actually,
I technically
will
could
do
get it.
it.
Like it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be a problem.
It's just that I'm out of attunement slots. I like have nothing to do with it. So
Wait, let's see. How many
I'm
slots
full
do
of
I have
attunement
left?
slots, by the way.
Well, if nobody else is gonna take it, then I'll take it. I'll just say that then.
Boomerang.
Okay.
I
Boomerang.
want a boomerang.
All right.
Almost all my spell slots still.
just get like a breakthrough infinite dagger or something. Fuck.
I sent Cuba a boomerang that I want.
You don't know.
Cartoon Network. It's all coming.
Her whole thing is thrown weapon fighting. That's what she's like an expert in. If
So
she
throw
throws,
knives.
no, because it does way less damage. But if I have a boomerang, it comes back. I don't have to pick them up again.
That is
See,
true.
thinking B.
She is big brain thinking. She's
Thinking
cooking.
B.
Honestly,
brain
I
thinking.
petition that Fiona gets a boomerang.
Fiona needs like financial compensation. She's gonna hire a lawyer, bro.
Cute
Financial
Oh my God.
anything.
I just
You
posted
needed
that
$3
20, bro.
million.
Hold up.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but we're
right,
never
you
gonna
did.
see Netta ever again.
Says who?
Don't be too fucking sure.
Well, dead.
Well, Fion,
You know how the
Fion's
mafia
fucking
types
dead.
are.
Fion's
Whoa.
fucking dead. Okay, so
All right. I have returned with my drink for the session.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna turn up the music just a tad bit, but I will say, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Eyes of Astra,
Jesus
Chapter
Christ.
2, Session Session
So loud.
30.
Now the
Sorry, good. Forgive me. But anyway, welcome back, everybody. Like I said, we're gonna have our D&D session for tonight. I am your lovely dungeon master for tonight. As you all know me, Anonymous Cube, and for the rest of our players, we'll go at it one by one, starting with Yaka.
Oh, hello everybody. My name is Yaka. I play Eric with a K. Everybody loves Eric with a K. Nobody has any qualms with Eric with a K. And
None at all.
I blew up a golem with my bare hands.
That is true. Next off with our introduction, Zoro.
Hi, my name is Zoro. I play the character Zoro, and I punched a golem in half.
No, there's that too. Next off on our introductions, Sailor.
God damn it. No, I'm here. It's just that I'm in the middle of opening some. I'll leave it to the side. Hello, my name is Taylor. I'm playing. Fuck you. I'm playing Haruni and Celeste, who their contribution from last session. Yes. Next.
Jesus. Next off, Lino.
of course you want fucking chewing, bro. Hi, my name's Lena. I play the Fion, and she fucking died.
Hey, fuck. God damn it. Next up in our introductions, Hariki.
Hi, the name's Hariki. I play Vaporld. I disintegrated a golem. All me. No help at all.
It was all me. That is also very true. And lastly, one who was not here for last session for technical difficulties, but has returned to grace us with their lovely presence, Bloom!
Yes. Hi, I'm Bloom. I'm playing Ranked. I basically got the participation reward for existing. Thanks.
You did amazing, Rhonda. We're proud of you.
You're doing amazing, sweetheart.
So, where we left off in our last session, does anybody want to give me a recap for either a tally or two tallies for their D6s or an inspiration?
Oh Lord.
I think I should do it because I have a very accurate representation of what happened last session. No bias, no nothing.
Oh, I'm getting slandered.
Well, very well. Give it a shot, Fion.
So last session we began with the golem fight, like it started. I take full blame for this, fucking stabbed Eric in the foot. that was not very kind of Fionn to do, and it was not on purpose. And then Eric also like did like a lot of fucking damage to this golem, almost one-shotting it, but it had magic resistance because Cube said so. So that didn't happen. And then we opened up we got into like this door area. We blew a bunch of TNT. That was fun. We opened the door with these rocks or sigils or whatever they were by the fallen people. And then there's a portal and Fionn fucking dies. She fucking dies. And gets kidnapped. She kidnapped and dies. And they all follow her because they love her and care about her so much, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I legit
don't think
ran
I'm-
into the portal first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not taking this slander, hands down.
I feel like he did it for the sake of running through a portal, though.
Open the door.
Open it.
And we don't know where the fuck I got kidnapped to.
That is
So-
true.
Yeah, let's say it was a
I hope it's
64 game
8-star
situations.
tribunal. I really am
That's
hoping
fair.
that it's 8-star tribunal, guys.
That's a fair assessment.
Well, continuing as we were from the last session.
Do I get my point?
Oh yes. Did you want to get inspiration or do you want 2 tallies?
Inspo.
Inspo. All right. Go ahead and give yourself an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you for your lovely little recap of last session. Thank you. So, continue where we were from last session. I actually will need everybody but Rhonda. Give me wisdom saving throws to kind of start off the session.
Do I have to make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh,
Because
Fion 2.
My
Fion 2.
participation reward.
So,
I'm at
Fion,
0 HP.
Yeah, so-
I'm making death saves.
so everybody but Fion and Rhonda, give me a wisdom saving throw, if you would be
High
so
five.
kind. High five.
You know, the one time I have a roll that I have +8 on, and I get an 11.
Aw.
I think the game is sabotaging you. I think it's safe to say.
All right, +4, baby. That's a 16.
All right, 1 second. Hold on to your rolls real quick. I gotta set up my sheet.
Alright. Wisdom
Wow, ASTRA
saving throw, you
rolls.
said?
Can't take rolls right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's
Oh,
crazy.
you rolled.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
wait.
It's crazy.
That was from last session. I thought for a second on save was still the 14.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna do something
okay.
called, use my, thing for Mage Slayer where I immediately win a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Okay, that's awesome.
We'll go down the list.
'Cause,
So
Did you not see Cube? Did you not hear Cube say no?
no.
Cube
Yeah,
said
I
no.
heard a no, yeah.
I heard no, bro.
Oh,
don't
do you have an item for that? I do need to ask.
No, I have Mage Slayer, so I
It's a
can
feat.
immediately win saving throws. 1 intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Wow, he certainly saved himself from this one. That's for sure. So Zoro does
Oh.
not need to make this one. So we'll go at it down the list. Eric, your roll.
16.
Celeste and Karuni.
Karuni got a 16. Celeste got a 18.
And Bep rolled.
That's a fat 11.
Bad roll.
Interesting.
Mm.
I have a
Interesting roll.
+8, man. I can't do more.
Interesting roll. Interesting roll.
Can I do the help action on Bavril even though I'm fucking dead?
Do you have
So-
tallies, Zap,
You know,
Harry?
the biggest, this is gonna sound fun to you. What
Please
the
tell me
fuck's
you've
a
been keeping
tally?
track.
Oh, he didn't keep
Bro.
track of his tally.
You
So-
never told me
Okay,
what
so-
the tally
Okay,
was.
every time we eat shit and fail a roll, you add a tally. You can use tallies to add to any roll, including damage.
Oh, I haven't been keeping
Yeah,
track of
it's
those
a
either.
decent-
1d6
Oh
per
my
tally.
God.
Yeah, one.
I probably have a
1d6 per
million.
Well,
And
And,
probably
they're-
should keep
and
track of it.
we're capped at 6.
Yeah, only 6 tallies are allowed to have.
Okay, then I'm gonna add 2 because I fucked up at least 2 times.
Fair enough.
I think we should just go ahead at
Oh
6.
yeah. Don't you have? Oh, you should have 2. You should have 3 because you failed this one, and then you guided our teammates twice.
So that's 2.
Nah,
No,
the-
but one was a
the
nat
pro-
20
Oh,
though.
that's a
Yeah,
net.
that
Yeah,
was
never
what I
mind.
said,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that one
So
doesn't.
two,
That
yeah,
one
two.
wouldn't count.
Two.
He had to.
Three.
It'd have to consider that he had failed a roll. If he had failed any roll, regardless of what roll it is, like attack roll, ability check, or anything, if he failed, then he would have to count a tally right there.
Okay, yeah. So since I did 2, that's a +7 on it. That's a 18.
Ollie.
Nice. Okay.
Good. Now I can start from 0 again. Good.
Gotcha. Okay. So, we'll start with Fion, who is our kind of like main star here for this particular portion. Fion, for you, when you feel that this dagger had stabbed you and you had been pulled into this realm, per se, I say with quotations, you had immediately blacked out and had lost all consciousness until you begin to feel like you are kind of waking up. It's kind of like that waking up where you have like a ginormous headache, your body feels super weak, and you're like craving for water or whatever like that. This is the kind of feeling that Fion has right now as she is awakening. And as your eyes slowly begin to readjust to the room, Fion, you notice that you seem to be in like a very quaint, like royal bedroom of like, you know, a nice large like double-sized bed for you to sleep on. There's like this lovely furniture that seems to be around with decorations that look like belong to royalty almost. Paintings of something. As you try to like pay attention to what these paintings are, it's like these paintings, whatever is portrayed in them is like constantly ever changing. First it looks like some person with a very scarred face, the next you see it's a beautiful woman, and then the next a bird flying away. It's constantly changing, and it's hard for you to really understand what the hell's happening. But enough of that. As you begin to readjust, you wake up and see that you are laying in a bed, a very comfy one at that, surprisingly. In all your years, you haven't slept on a comfortable bedding as this at all. It's a completely new feeling to you, but is overshadowed by the fact that you feel a very strong sense of danger, as you are no longer having your equipment nor your regular clothes, but seem to be wearing attire that of sleepwear. And as for scanning the room, nothing. Your gear does not seem to be in here at all. And as you get up from your bed and you kind of fucking YouTube ad. Okay, sorry. As you get up to scan the room, you notice that the floors, it's like very nice marbled floor as you are, looking around this room. And you notice that there's a window with a kind of like light shining through it. And as you look out this window, Fion, you look and you seem to be looking at a very, very beautiful looking garden that seems to have these weird attendants. Ones that seem to be wearing typical maid attire, but their faces are not seen. Much rather, they're wearing these kind of like hoods that have this weird like drape over their face. As you see that these maids are like attending to this garden, watering and checking out all of the plants, making sure they are all right. As you try to examine closer, you hear the door behind you click open, and you see two of these particular maids as well walk through, and you see that they give you a small bow before you hear footsteps down the hall. And turning, it looks like a man that you feel like you have a faint familiarity to, but it's hard to tell. It's like on the tip of your tongue of like who this person could be, but it's just not clicking with you. As you see this person wearing royal garb, by the way, take a step towards you and says, "Princess, are you well?"
I'm sorry. Princess Karuni is. That's not me. I don't know where she is, but you would want to look for her, not me, sir.
You see that he looks at you with a very concerned expression as he says, Karuni, princess. I'm afraid you are mistaken, princess. Do you remember what happened yesterday?
We fought a golem in the Ashen Plains, and then I got stabbed, and now I'm here, and that's all I really remember. Where are my friends?
You see that he kind of strokes his beard a little bit as he says, friends, golem, Ashen Plain, princess, you, oh dear. Maids, as he turns over to the other maids, he says, please, attend to her for the meantime. I will have to speak to the missus and unfortunately bring the bad news. You see that the maids give the man a bow before you see that he kind of steps towards you and he says, my dear, I hope there is a chance for you to remember. But that's all for naught. Get some rest. As you see that he kind of like gives you like a small like head pat. It's weird because it's like you feel like you recognize him, but it's almost like these memories are kind of like trying to force their way through and it just doesn't make sense. It's almost like this has happened before, but you know throughout your life this has never happened. Whatever is happening here, princess treatment, being here in this very large royal room, this is something that you know yourself shouldn't be, but you get this lingering feeling of like, what if, what if? And as you see that the man kind of like takes his hand off your head, he walks out of the room as you see that the maids close the door. And you see immediately, Fionn, you see that the maids go over. They seem to like begin like checking your kind of like taking measurements of your body. And you see that they are like at work kind of like putting together this like small kind of like outfit for you almost. And you see that they dress you in this like very elegant looking like white and gold dress. As you see that one of the maids opens the door and two other maids come over to kind of like, guide you to where you need to go next.
I'm sorry. I think you have the wrong person. I don't know where my Princess Karuni is, but this is the treatment that she gets. She's princess. I'm not. And I think you all must be mistaken. And if you could just give me back my regular clothes and I'll just be on my way, that would be very greatly appreciated. I've got to go find my friends and then my brother and then all of that. I'm quite busy.
Fionn, give me a perception check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fion's gonna fucking fail. How much you want to fucking bet?
Up to you. Depends.
Up to me, bitch. It's up to the dice. It's up to the dice, okay? We all know how the dice feel about me. I know how the dice feel about Fionn. They're like, hello, princess. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Fionn, where's your character sheet? D&D Beyond, everybody. Perception?
Yes, give me a perception check if you'd be so kind.
Okie dokie, artichoke. That is going to be an 18.
18. Fionn, as you kind of like look over at this individual, who seems to kind of like want to, guide you to where you're going next, you notice something very odd about them. They seem to be a little familiar, and upon a bit of a closer inspection, you notice that it's Celeste that's guiding you. But you see that she has just a blank expression on her face.
Fion's gonna shake Celeste.
You shake this quote unquote Celeste. They don't react at all.
Miss Celeste, is everything all right? Can I take the veil off of her head?
As you touch the veil, you can feel that there is like something that's like kind of like forcing your hand like away from it. No matter how hard you push, your hand just can't get close enough to like grab the veil from their head.
Oh, God. She's gonna look around and see if any of the other maids are like Karuni or the others.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 19.
19. You do notice that over by close to the door, there is one particular maid that seems a little off. Wearing that seems to like her skin seems to be blue.
Blue?
You recognize
has-
who this is. This is Zula.
Oh, I didn't know Zula had blue skin.
You see that Zula as well is there, but she does not look normal. She looks much like the rest of them, oddly still having a lot of her scars and facial features, but very much not like a fallen, having 2 arms rather than 4, and still having all of her facilities. But same with Celeste, she also seems to have a blank expression.
Fion's gonna turn to Celeste and be like, would you mind taking me to the man? I have to speak with him urgently, please, miss.
You see that this Celeste kind of gives you a bow and kind of like, starts walking over to the door as she stops and turns around to kind of like, give you a gesture to follow suit.
Okay, she's gonna follow.
You follow. And you notice as well that you're walking down these like very elegant royal hallways, so vibrant with all these like very nice colors, and the scent that you smell in here, it smells so fresh, almost like lavender almost, as you are walking through these very gilded halls. And as you're walking through these halls, you notice that there are butlers and maids alike that seem to be passing by you, of which, as you take a look at underneath some of their veils, they're people that you don't recognize. And you see that after maybe about a good 3 minutes of walking through these halls, you see that Celeste kind of stands over by the door, and you see that she opens it.
Thank you, miss. Would you mind coming in with me? I have to, I require your assistance, miss.
No response.
She's gonna grab the Celeste's hand and pull her into the room with her.
As you grab her hand and try to pull her into the room with you, you see that it's like tugging at like a tree branch. You see that she moves. You see that she, like, her upper body moves, but her feet stay planted still.
Can I see the guy from outside the door?
Yeah, you can see him. From what you're looking at inside of this room, it looks like a very large dining hall.
Hello, would you mind coming over here for just a moment, please?
You see that the man is talking with like some woman over at the side of the table. As he sees you, he says, princess. You see that he turns to the woman and says something before he gets up, and he kind of goes over to, he says, you are for the feast. Come in.
Actually, no. You and I, have a bit of a problem. I don't know where I am. I've not been told anything, and my friend, Miss Celeste, is a husk of her former self. And I would like you to explain everything that's going to go on, give me my shit back, and let me go home. Please and thank you.
You see that he looks at you and says, I'm afraid you are still confused.
No,
Very well.
I'm not confused. I'm good, thank you. If you wouldn't mind gathering up my friends that you've turned into husks of them former selves and letting us all leave, that would be great.
I am afraid I cannot do that. As you see
I'm
that
afraid I wasn't
he-
asking.
As you see that he touches your shoulder, it feels as if like your body kind of jolts a little bit, like you've been shocked. But then you feel that like the feeling of that shock goes away, and it's almost as if your body begins moving like on its own, very rigidly at first, but then your body starts. It's almost as if like you are still conscious, but you have lost control of your body. As you see that you are like now walking over and like sit at this table across from this woman that he was talking to. As you see that he goes over and sits over on the side, and he says, "Finally, a perfect family dinner. Dear, have you finished tending to the garden?" As you see that he turns over to the lady, and you see that she kind of leans in to like whisper something to him. And he says, "Yes, very well. Continue your research. In due time, maybe we will have another family outing again. So, shall we?" As you see that these other maids come in from another door to the side, like behind you, and you see that they kind of like lay out some of these like silver platters that are like covered. He says, "Now, to a feast with the family that will last for generations." As you see that they take off the like silver covers, you see, we'll get a bit of a description. What is it that Fionn enjoys eating? Like, what kind of food is Fionn very interested in?
Honestly, it's not something that I've really given much thought. I feel as though Fionn grew up, her brother Hashan, who's kind of like, you know, he's Kim Kardashian finding that fucking chihuahua on the street, right? He's like, I found this, I want it. And so he kind of got all the nice things and she kind of got the leftovers. So that's always, she doesn't really have a favorite or a preference. She's like, I get the leftover things.
For this instance, you did not get the leftover things, however, as you are given a very like, give me a preference. Is there anything that Fionn doesn't eat?
I don't think she eats a ton of meat, just out of the fact that, like, that's what I think Hashan likes. So she didn't get to eat much of it.
Fair enough. You're given this, like, very kind of, like, elegant looking vegetable stew almost. And you see that it has, like, such a very, like, enticing and vibrant aroma to it. As you see that the other platters open up as well, and you see that, you know, the man has like this very large steak with these, like, you know, bit of like mashed potatoes on the side, and you see that the lady across, she has kind of something similar to yours, of a soup of some kind, but something a little bit different. As you see that the man looks over, he says, "Now, allow us to feast." As you see that he starts digging in. As for you, Fionn, you feel once again like your body is moving, and you are like take a spoon and you see that you like scoop up a bit of this like vegetable and soup into a spoon and lift it up towards your face.
She's not gonna eat it.
You see that the man kind of stops eating for a little bit. He says, "Is something not to your taste, princess?"
It is not a family dinner without people that I know, and my family and my friends. I require them to be here.
Well, family and friends it shall be. And you see that not a moment sooner that you see that the door at the end that you came through opens, and you see, oddly enough, Hushan. But unlike the Hushan you know, he seems to be wearing a very dapper royal outfit. And you see that unlike his long hair that he usually have, it's like cut much shorter, and you see that it's kind of stylized to kind of make him look a bit cleaner. And one major thing you notice about this Hushan he does not have the scars that he did before. Much rather, he looks much better, almost. As you see this, Hushan enters. He says, "Father, it is good to see you. Mother, dear sister, it's good to see you at the table."
Hushan, you're dismissed. She's gonna turn to the guy and the lady and go, "Is this some sort of fucking sick joke? Is is this actually a joke? What
A joke.
the hell is wrong with you?" Yes.
Sister, it's me. It's Hushan. Are you alright?
You're not Hashan. I know Hashan, and even if you were Hashan, I wouldn't want you here. You are sick, and I need you back at home to be taken care of. And I know that you and I aren't actually related. I know that. We all know who your mum is, and that's certainly not Astra.
Father, will I be able to excuse dear Fionn to her room? As you see that the man kind of nods over, he says, "I believe that is in order. It seems that
I'm
the
not
memories
going
of-
anywhere.
It seems that
until-
the memories of my daughter have not returned yet. Maids, butlers, please, could you return her to her quarters?" As you see that a butler that also has kind of like a drape over his face, you recognize him. It's Eric. As you see that the one next to him, the maid next to him as well, is Karuni.
Oh, thank God, thank God. At least you listened to one of my requests, which is to bring my friends here. Would you be alright if General with a K and Princess Karuni sat down and ate with us, please? And thank you.
You would see that rather than obeying that, you see that Eric takes your left arm and Karuni takes your right arm. As you see, they kind of like carry you up, and then start kind of like dragging you back to your quarters. As you hear your brother, as you see, like as you pass by, you see your brother have like a very saddened expression on his face as he kind of looks at you and says, "Get better, sister."
None of this is real. Oh God, I don't remember drinking again.
And
This has got to be some sick fucking prank from April. He just explained to me what those are.
and you are dragged out of the dining area to your room. We will cut from Fionn real quick to the rest of the party. So Eric, Zoro, Celeste, Karuni, and Baprold. When you took a step through the portal, you guys had felt your consciousness almost like leave, and you feel like when you step through, you all like individually see nothing but darkness. You don't see each other. You only see yourselves standing in this dark void. And when you guys blink, you guys notice that you can't see yourself anymore, oddly enough. And the more you blink, the more everything starts to kind of get a little bit like blurry and woozy for you, almost like the world itself is kind of like moving around you, until for a few moments later you all begin to wake up. And as you guys wake up, you guys notice that each of you are placed in like a cell, like a prison cell almost. And as you guys kind of like begin to like as you guys' vision starts to kind of like clear up and you guys start to focus on your room, you guys notice that it's kind of like a very odd stone cell that you guys are in. You see that in this kind of like cell block, you guys see that there's like this hallway, and in these individual cells you see that there's a cell for Eric, and across from him is the cell for Karuni. Next to Eric is the cell for Baprold, and then across from him is Celeste, and then you see that there is another one next to Baprold's with Zoro, and you see that there's another one across from him with someone else almost. As you guys begin to wake up and you guys kind of like get your bearings together a little bit, you guys notice that you guys are in this cell block area, oddly enough, and your gear seems to have been missing. You all are still wearing you're all still wearing your typical attire, but a lot of the equipment part of it is gone. Zoro, you're missing your whole kit. All you have is pretty much your pants, and that's it. Eric, your little cape that was attached to your outfit was kind of like torn off a bit, and it's missing.
Wow.
Celeste, you noticed that like your coat along with your necklace is gone. Karuni, you noticed that like your leather armor top is gone, and all you have now is just like you're wearing your regular shirt underneath it. Bapril, do you notice that your armor that you wear with you all the time is gone? All of it is gone. All you are left with is just like the regular clothing you wear underneath it. And you guys are in this cell. You notice as well, as you look a bit closer, Zoro, you notice that across from Zoro is Goldo, oddly enough, but he's wearing he's missing his hood. He's just wearing his still regular outfit, and you guys hear the very loud snoring that you all could recognize as it being Zula's somewhere in the cell block.
Bathrobe, upon realizing that his stuff is gone, runs to the metal bars and just screams, "Where the fuck is my mace?"
Yeah, nothing.
We're
You just
not
hear
with
echoing.
you, dipshit.
What?
Celeste said that. By the I forgot to say that. Oh my god.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh. Celeste just stares at him. She's like, clearly not with you, dipshit.
I'll get you back, Mason. Fuck.
Amen.
Mason.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Zoro gonna start kicking at the cell doors.
Yeah, you kick at the cell doors. It's like you're kicking a wall. It's not budging at all. There's not even any type of movement at all. It's just still.
What kind of door is this?
Every prison cell is just an endurance battle of bone. We just have to keep going, and Bathrobe will just like rattle on the doors.
You rattle on it, and you can hear it. You guys can hear it's rattling and echoing throughout this hall. As you guys hear Goldo kind of kicking up, it's like, it's not right. Where are we?
Fools will stay fools, and I'll grab 2 bars and superheat them up with my ignite feature and make them bendable and malleable.
As you grab these bars, Eric, and you try to like output magic from yourself, you can output magic, but it's just not strong. And you see that when you output it, it kind of like flares up for like a second or two before you see that it immediately dies out.
I swear this never happens.
So it's magic.
Magic
You know,
tile.
it's quite common actually. 1 in 5, I heard.
You should fireball yourself now.
Goldo kicks up. He's like, where now? Any idea?
That we are imprisoned. In case you didn't see that from the door.
Well,
And this.
obvious enough. Any idea of leaving?
Do I sense that this is a magical trap?
To you. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add this tidbit as well. As for senses, you guys can feel that your senses feel kind of like dulled almost. Like your sense of smell, hearing, and sight kind of feel a little off. Not completely gone, but it feels like there is something dampening it completely.
I can't get any budge on this door. This one's strong ass door.
Door. You guys hear a large bang as you guys hear that Goldo's like punched his door. And Zor, you see him like punch the door, and you see that like spurts of blood start going down his knuckles.
You know, I think after the 10th time of it not budging, you should not do that. Save your strength.
You see that he kind of like shakes off a bit of the blood on his knuckle. He says, "Well, stuck now." You see that he kind of like sits over on like the bed attached to like the stone wall on the side, and he says, "No point in leaving." Eric, give me a perception check.
Eric.
Eric.
Give it to me. That's a 25.
25. Eric, in your cell, as you kind of like look around trying to find anything, you know, kind of kicking out some of the stones on the wall and kind of kicking a bit of the kicking a little bit of the bar doors. Nothing seems to work, but you know, nothing seems to work for a little bit until you kind of like walk over to the corner, and you see that you kind of like kick over, and you hear that a stone sounds hollow.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll closely inspect this particular stone.
You notice that one of the bricks on the wall seems to have like this weird texture to it, completely different than the rest of the wall. And as you grab at this stone, you feel like something's off about it, and you pull the stone, and you see that there is something that seems to be embedded inside of the stone. Looks like a note.
Take a look at it.
Okay. You take out the note and you kind of like open it up and look at it. Eric, you notice that you recognize this. This is very crude, but a scroll of teleportation.
How convenient.
Oh, sorry. Misty Step. My mistake. Misty Step.
God, dude, you gave me the biggest blue balls
Sorry,
in the fucking
sorry.
world.
I mistook it for the wrong one. Sorry. Misty Step was
my
the
God.
Misty
You went
Step was
from
the one that I
level
collected.
7 to level 10.
Sorry. It was sorry. I forgot the teleportation and Misty Step are two different things. My mistake. It's Misty Step that you get as a scroll, a very crude Misty Step scroll. But you see that on the back of it. You see that there's something written on the back of it that says, "Maybe there is salvation for one of us."
Only for one of us. Well, there's clearly some anti-magic going on. Could I cast Dispel Magic?
Let's see. Dispel Magic.
up?
If you're gonna try to cast Dispel Magic, give me a intellect roll.
Intellect? That's not my casting modifier.
There's a reason for this one.
Bruh. You just hate me.
Bruh.
You hate that I got 22 on that.
Eric, you notice that looking at, or kind of like feeling out this room as you can with your dampened senses, you can feel that there's like one particular spot close to the door that you feel like the magic just feels a tad bit kind of like the anti-magic feeling you get over like at this very like small bit of the corner. Feels like it's not there. Like you can cast a spell.
Right. Let's do it. Cast and Dispel Magic.
Dispel magic. What would be a roll for a dispel magic? Give me what would be a
It
roll?
doesn't really.
Because the way this is built, give me an Arcana check. Give me an Arcana check.
You fucked up, boy. That's a 24.
24. You can feel that yes, you can use dispel magic. Well, yeah, we'll call it there that you can use dispel magic.
Right. I cast it. Are we free?
Okay.
The bars magically go away.
You cast.
Genius.
You cast dispel magic on this. In this cell. When you cast dispel magic, you can feel that a bit of the cell has opened up a bit more, but there's still something lingering within the cell that refuses to leave. But you feel like you feel like a bit of your magic has returned a little bit after you've casted dispel magic.
Dude, what am I supposed to do?
You can still cast spells. Like around this point now, with the dispel magic, you are now able to freely cast spells.
But I'm no more free than I was earlier.
A tad bit is all I can really say, as it feels like there is something that lingers strongly in the cell that not even dispel magic could be able to remove it.
Spell magic's like the point. That's the point of dispel magic.
Yes, but there is a lot more to it than just magic, for sure. That's the thing.
I'm sure Eric knows the answer, but I'm not Eric, unfortunately. Anybody else got a suggestion?
Let me.
I got
check.
nothing.
You could Misty Step. I like how nobody's noticed that Fion's
I
not
don't
fucking
want
here.
to use the Misty Step, and there's not been a time to bring that up because we're all in jail. Not everything's about you. You just got all the secretaries out.
No, but I'm saying nobody's noticed? That's crazy.
This
I
explained
have
why,
an
but
idea.
okay. What's your idea,
To
soldier?
what extent can we use magic?
For Eric's part, with dispel magic in his own cell, he's able to at least go up to a second level spell slot in terms of spells that he can cast in his own cell.
Well, there goes my idea.
I could hardly use a level 1 magical feature before I did that. I don't want to use Misty Step. I use Misty Step, then I'm gonna abandon everybody else.
Yep.
Like that's the only option I see right now is using Misty Step.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can I cast cantrips?
No, not in your own cell. Eric's cell, he's able to cast from cantrip to second level spell slot only in his cell.
Well, I got nothing.
Oh, does anyone have any objections to me getting out by myself and not helping anyone else?
I mean, if you're gonna come back to us, maybe.
I have
I
I hope I
teleport,
can.
but
I'd hate to walk out and then get caught immediately, and then I get dragged away from the rest of the group.
Kind of crazy.
Nah, it should be fine. Worst case
All
worst
right,
case scenario.
Misty Step.
Okay.
Teleport out of my cell.
Get Mason for me, please.
Okay. So yeah, Eric.
What happened?
So first it was Macy, and now it's Mason.
Now it's Mason.
It's Mason. It's always been Mason.
Mason.
don't disrespect that.
The numbers,
Don't
Mason.
disrespect
What do they
Mason.
mean? Okay. Yeah. So you Misty Step out of your cell, and you are now in this hallway where you see that as you use the scroll and you teleport out, you see that the scroll burns away, leaving nothing but just a small pile of ash. And now that you're in this hallway, you're able to freely use your spell slots. whatever spell slot you want to use.
It was just in the fucking cell.
It was just in the cell. So now that you're here, you notice that everybody else is still within their cells. And you have two places you can go. You can go forward down the hallway, where there seems to be a place where you can take a turn to your right. And then turning behind you, you see that there is another one that turns towards the left.
Well, first I'm going to brag that no cell can hold Eric with the K. And then...
Typical. Gotcha.
I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's no mechanism on the other doors.
Not
There's
that
no
you...
little key card on the side where I can at least guess a fucking
well,
4-digit combination.
Well, like stated, you see that there are the cells, and the cells have keyholes, but there does not seem to be a guard in sight.
Okay, everyone, here's the plan. I'm gonna make a lot of noise, and the first guard that's gonna come down here is gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna take his keys and we'll be home free.
How do you know he's gonna have the keys?
Knowing your track record, I don't trust you doing this.
I just blew up a golem, I'll be fine.
Alright.
Oh, I got two silver on him fucking up.
Alright. Give me...
Actually,
what will you do to cause this quote-unquote commotion?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk down the hallway. Fuck it, dude. I'm going forward.
Alright, so you go forward over to the end of the hallway, and you take a right. You notice
I'll
that
be back for the rest of you.
You notice that down that hallway, there are two other branching paths, one that goes to the left and one goes to the right.
Bruh. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
remember.
I'm barely down the hallway. I can hear you. I can hear you all.
And yes, you still hear the snoring of Zula in her cage.
Question, Cube.
Yes.
Did they also take where is it? Did they take my lockpicking set?
Yes. All of your gear that would have been with you has been taken.
That's probably the first thing they took.
What do we
Honestly-
like this prisoner keep? Maybe the lockpicking said that he
Yeah, no harm.
Gary,
over
you're
there.
fired.
So you have a choice. Would you go left or right, Eric?
All right, guys. Evens are left, odds are right. It was odd. We're going right.
Okay.
Oh
So
my god.
you go over and you go down the hall to the right. When you go down, you notice that there's only one way that leads left. And you kind of follow suit with that. And as you go over to the hallway that goes left, you notice that there just seems to be a long hallway that you can't see the end. Much rather, all you see is just darkness at the end of it, Eric.
Blind sight doesn't do anything.
No. You can see down that hallway for a good few bits before you see that it kind of becomes clouded. It's something dark down there.
All right. Well, just gonna go the other way since that's clearly the path to fucking nothing.
All right. So you go back and you go to the other hallway down that way. And when you go down that hallway, Eric, you turn again. You go down that hallway and you see that there's a turn that goes to the right. Looking down that hallway, Eric, you can see that there is a door at the end of this hallway, about a good 15 feet away from where you're standing at this corner.
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing the fucking Binding of Isaac. I'm gonna open this door.
Okay. You go over and you slowly begin to open this door. And when you open this door, you notice that there seems to be a room in here. and you open it more and more. It's weird. It's Eric. You're standing in your alchemical office in Fortuna.
Oh.
I hate everything about being alive right now. All aspects of it. I can't stand it. Okay, I guess I'll take a step in.
I mean, you're already pulled in when you open the door. And when you turn around, you see that the door that was once there is gone, but rather you see the normal door that would leave your alchemical study.
All right, I know I'm staying in the office here, but this is just not possible.
Yeah, you're in your alchemical study
I'm
with
looking
all
around.
of your, yeah, it's your alchemical study with all of your notes, your alchemical set. You have some of the potions that you were working on before still brewing there. Oddly enough, it's almost as if you've never left.
I pick up something, a book, a potion, anything.
Yeah, you pick it up and it's real. You're picking it up, you're flipping through the notes, all of the notes are still the same. You pick up the potions are still the same liquid that were in there. You had some potions of like poison, you've had some healing potions, some experimental potions. Everything is the same. Nothing's different.
Possible.
Impossible, you say. Hearing a voice. Turning around.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Turning around, you see that there seems to be a kind of like ghostly figure that stands there. One that doesn't seem like something you inherently would recognize outright, but you can feel a familiarity to them. As you look over, you see that he kind of like walks around your office, kind of like, you know, looking at some of your alchemical sets, and he says, "Not everything is impossible." You see that he turns to you, Eric. He says, "But you, being who you are now, well, that was impossible before. But you've made it possible to be who you are. Don't ever forget." And you remember back to that note, Eric. There's only one who can find salvation. And you remember who quoted that. One of your early teachers that taught you alchemy, that piqued your interest in alchemy. It's him, Mr. Flynn, your teacher that was there that first taught you alchemy. As you see that he looks over, he says, "Now, you see where you are, and I see it too. You've grown up to be a respectable man, Eric. But never forget, there's always salvation for one. But that one salvation could be the salvation of many." As you see that he gives you the very quaint smile that he always gave you before in his alchemy class. And you see that as he slowly turns away and begins to slowly disappear, you see that there is a key right on the table where he was before.
You're behind this, Mr. Flynn. I know where you live. I'm gonna take the key. Go.
I will say, when you take the key, Eric, you immediately see that around you, your alchemical study slowly begins to change little by little. Now showing what looks like a weird another cell, but it's empty. There's nothing in this cell. And you walk over and you open the door and the door is unlocked. Anything else you do here, Eric?
Other than leave?
Well, fair enough.
Probably not.
Yeah. So you leave and you begin making your way back to the rest of the party. But something is definitely not right, Eric. You go out and you take a left. But when you take a left, you notice that there are two different pathways now. One that goes straight and the other one that goes left. Something is very, very wrong here.
Hate everything. I actually despise the concept of existence as it stands. Fuck it, we're going left.
Okay, yeah. You go left, and there is another hallway. Not far, however, as you can see that there is a wall at the end. And you see, standing at the end of the hallway, Mr. Flynn, who seems to be waiting there expectantly for something to go down the hallway he's looking at.
You old feeble fuck, if you do not stop with this bullshit.
Do you go down the hallway?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking light my hands on fire as well.
Alright, yeah. So you walk down the hallway, igniting your hands. As you see that Mr. Flynn, the apparition of Mr. Flynn looks at you, he says, "There is no need for violence here. You will be able to find the salvation for your friends too. I just hope that it will be faster than the salvation I found for mine." You see that he kind of like starts walking towards you. He says, "You, Eric, and I, and this labyrinth of mystery are not so different. Though you may be half-breed and I am human, you would still have found common ground with me in alchemy. I will never forget the day that you had asked me to teach you alchemy. It was the greatest honor I could have given to you, Eric. But for now, there is more here than just being a labyrinth. Follow me." As you see that he walks through you and past you, and he walks over down to where you were and takes a left down the hallway.
God, I'm going to. I'm gonna go.
Okay. You follow Mr. Flynn, and you see walking beside him, still being cautious, of course. You see that you walk with him down this hallway as he says, "How have you been? It has been a while since you have decided to show yourself to the world. Not after since the incident, correct?"
Not in the talking mood right now.
Trust me, I was too when I walked down these very same hallways. But, as much as I would love to chat a bit more, unfortunately this is the end here. And you see that he walks a little further, and you see that there is a door, again. But a much different door than before. A weird door that looks like it's rotted wood.
Rotted wood.
It's like the door has like decayed a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna open it slowly.
You open it slowly, and you see that you are now standing in the classroom of Mr. Flynn. but now you're at like the top. It's kind of like those like university classrooms where it's like there's a person down at the whiteboard and then there's stairs that go up to individual desks, and you're standing at like the back of the room at like the top of the steps, and you see down there, you see a younger version of yourself, Eric, talking with Mr. Flynn. And you remember that day, Eric. This was the day that you had finally decided to take a leap and put your trust in a person, which to younger Eric was something wholly different. It was a new world. Because growing up, Eric, you had always been the bullied attention for being a half-breed, unlike being, you know, someone who's half human, always made fun of. But Mr. Flynn always seemed to take special care for you, always to make sure that you were understanding his lessons. And it was that day that you had decided to speak to him and ask him personally to teach you alchemy. It was one of those days that was like a make or break for Eric. And you see that standing next to you is the apparition of Mr. Flynn again, as he says, "You have made great strides, Eric. There's no other great student that I've had besides you. You've grown up to be somebody much more than I could have imagined. But enough talk. You're here to look for your friends as well, right?"
The hell is this crap? Just cut the bullshit already. If you knew I'm onto something urgent, why are you wasting my time?
This isn't for me, Eric. It's for you. The labyrinth only peers into memories that seem very intruding to the people trapped within it. I assure you what you see here is but only memories. I just hope that in time, you'll put a stop to everything. You see that he gives you another quaint smile and says, "But Eric, you have only just begun reaching step 1 of what you can become." And you see that he looks over at your hand, and you see that your hand begins to have like this weird fiery glow, but it's blue. Much different than the flames you felt before. It's much soothing and comforting. As you see that he looks at you, he says, "Step 1, my dear boy. Keys to freedom." He gives you that smile again before you blink, and you're now standing in the hallway where everybody's cells are at. And you look down at your hand again, Eric, to see that the flame is gone. But you still have a vivid memory of that comfort from it. But none of that matters for the meantime, as you are now here in the hallway where the rest of your friends are imprisoned.
You good?
All right, well. Yeah. Any other questions? Seems like you wanted to ask something and then you just stopped.
Oh, no.
All right, then. I'm just gonna unlock all the doors in order. Kruni, and then Baffled, Celeste, Zoro, Rangda.
Zoro and Goldo, actually. Oh, no, Goldo and Zula. Yep. Okay. So you open their cell doors, and everybody's free now from their prisons. And you see, looking around, you guys kind of notice that there's something odd about this place. You guys see that, Eric, you see that the hallway that you went through, you turn around and you see that it's just a wall now, leaving the other hallway down the way.
Well, only one way to go.
You see that Goldo goes over. He says, "Let me wake Zula." You see that he goes over and he kind of like kicks over Zula as you hear. What? Are we free yet? Oh, it's open. You guys hear the very loud thudding steps as you guys see that Zula and Goldo exit the cage, and they say,
We have to bring them along. Why couldn't they just stay in their shitty little war-torn plane?
Well, it's I guess kind of necessary.
"So, where to now?"
As Eric said.
Right.
All right, going down the super creepy dark hallway of death,
Okay.
where we're all gonna die. This is the episode where we die.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go over to the other end of the hall, taking a left, and you guys notice that there is, just like stated, one long hallway, and you guys continue to traverse down this very hallway. Moving down this hallway, you guys notice something that's very odd. You guys hear footsteps farther ahead of you guys.
Did you see anyone going past this hallway, Eric?
Certainly not. I would have taken care of them already. Eric's gonna like clasp his hands together and then like stretch out a fireball.
Are you just prepping a fireball, right?
Basically.
Okay. Yeah. So Eric kind of preps a fireball as everybody starts moving cautiously down the hallway. And moving down, you guys hear the footsteps get louder and louder until you see something down that hallway. Something moving towards you guys.
Rapidly or like
Slowly, like it's like kind of like shambling like a zombie almost.
Reveal yourself.
Everybody give me perception checks.
Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley.
oh fuck, I am blind.
I'm the opposite of blind. I see everything.
Who got higher than a 17?
Oh my god!
Whoa.
I did.
Already.
A majority got higher than 17. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at this person, you guys recognize her. It's Rhonda, but that doesn't make sense. Why would she be here? Rhonda, to your knowledge, you feel like you're in like a very, I guess, kind of like in a blissful state where it's like you are just wandering aimlessly. You feel like you feel like your mind is kind of like elsewhere as you kind of like just start walking wherever and wandering until you kind of hear something a little bit, hearing some voices a little bit. It's kind of unclear what you're hearing until you see that your mind kind of clears up just a tad bit slowly and enough that you blink a couple times and you're in a hallway looking at the rest of the party minus Fion.
Where the hell have you been?
Put away my fireball. Just a little bit disappointed.
I don't know. A lot of things happened. Suddenly I was here. It's kind of interesting here, but also confusing.
Who is it,
What
guys?
are
This
you
wall is
doing here?
interesting.
Oh, we're just glad to see you, Rhonda. Glad to see you're safe.
One more
Well,
ally
that's the
can't
first
hurt.
time.
Is that? You see that Zula
Oh,
kind of
Lord.
like stumbles past you guys and kind of like takes Rhonda up into like a bear hug with all four arms. She's like, "Oh, it's you! Good to see you again, best friend."
Orang that just awkwardly passed Zula's back.
You see,
Yeah.
you see Goldo kind of walk past the rest of the party and go over and like punch Zula in her kidney area. It's like, put her down. Too much. You see that Zula kind of like lets you down immediately. She's like, ow, you didn't need to hit me there. I've been stabbed there before. It still hurts. See that Goldo looks over. He says, then you're still strong. Deal with it. Good to see you again, Rangda. You alright?
I think so. I don't know. It's surely inexperienced, but still, that doesn't answer my question of why you guys are here.
Well, do you know where you came from?
No. Well, to be honest, kinda lost here.
We're lost too. Well, enough. Let's go. You see that he kind of pats you on the back and regroups with the rest of the party as Zula kind of walks over as well, still rubbing her like kidney area on her right side.
Well, where is Peon?
Well,
That's a good question.
Last we saw of her, she went in through the portal.
we all
Let's
followed.
go.
We all follow after, and then we just ended up in them sales.
Interesting.
Something's not right, Rangda. Something feels off here.
I could tell. I tried to draw a map, and the map is, well, not exactly mapping, I guess.
I think that's just a sign you're a lousy cartographer. I don't think that has anything to do with this place.
Well, not everyone is artistically gifted.
Artistically without the R.
She's trying her best, Eric. She's trying her best.
Well, you guys are at least in a crew. See?
I mean, when you try your best, you get what I am. And she's clearly not me.
Well, no, she's clearly not you. Do you
Yeah,
want to
right.
be him, Brenda?
Thank God, not gonna lie. Anyway.
You know what? Eric, I think it has to be said. In this moment, I'd call you a masturbator because the self-glazing is crazy.
Well, I guess
Wow.
it's one way to put it.
Well, enough turmoil. Rangda, are they ready to leave?
Who?
Who?
Raka.
Them. Are we ready to leave? Enough banter.
I mean, we would have to find Fion first.
We're still one
obviously.
short.
So I would not. I mean,
I think he just means leave this specific area.
Oh, well then, yeah. Why don't
oh
you need
yeah.
to be careful what
well,
you say, man? You're making this a lot harder than it needs to be.
well then, yeah. Let's just.
Yeah, we should
Oh.
go.
Let's
Enough.
go find Fion.
And you all continue walking throughout this hallway in this labyrinth. Cutting back to our dear Fion. Fion, you see that you are dragged back to your room by a very expressionless Eric and a very expressionless Karuni. As you see that you see that Karuni opens the door, having Eric drag you in, and you see that Karuni closes the door, leaving both Eric and Karuni to be standing in front of it.
You guys can go now, but actually I do have a request. I'm looking for my, I guess, my dear friend, Mr. Batprold. You know, he's like my best friend, and, you know, I want to show him my new room because it's very fancy and he likes shiny things and I owe him money. So would you mind fetching him for me? Please and thank you.
They stand at the door with no response.
Are you like nothing people? Like, do you just like is something wrong with you? Like, can you where am I? I really wish to not be here. You know what would do me some wonders, actually? You know, get my my memories back. A nice walk outside would do wonders. Some fresh air. You know?
No response.
There's a window in this room, right?
Yeah, there is a window.
Can I break? Can I open it? Can I open it? Can I open it? How about that? Can I open it?
Well, okay, yeah. So you click open the lock in the middle, and you push the window open. Yeah, you see.
Can I make an acrobatics check and fucking jump out the window?
As you try to step up towards the window, you feel your head bonk against something on this window, and you try to look around. Nothing is there, but as you touch over where the window was that you're supposed to reach outside, you feel that there is something there.
That's great, isn't it? That's just lovely. She's gonna turn back to the Crooney and Eric. You know what? I'm actually feeling quite do you know where toilets are? I have to go use the restroom. And you know, I need to right away. It's an emergency.
You see that you see that Eric opens the door and Karuni gestures you to go.
Okay, she's gonna leave the room.
As you leave the room, you see that Eric closes the door and stays behind, but you see that Karuni follows you.
Oh, this is quite a nice place, Miss. Can you tell me about it? You know, maybe help jog my memory a bit, since that's what we want to get back so badly.
No response, but she's guiding you to where you wanted to go, the bathroom.
Thanks, Miss Crony. Would you mind giving me some privacy, please? You know.
She gives you a bow, and you enter the bathroom and close the door. You look into this bathroom, and this bathroom looks wonderful. A beautiful looking, elegant bathroom. But you notice as well that there seems to be something very odd in this bathroom. You notice that near the toilet, there seems to be this small little, like, vent that has a small light emitting from it, almost.
Can she open the vent?
Yeah. You can open the vent, but unfortunately it is too small for Fionn to crawl through, but you can peer inside. Peering inside of this vent, Fionn, you notice that there seems to be this weird kind of like contraption that has this like weird mechanical contraption, and on it there seems to be a like pedestal that leads up to this small gem that seems to be on it.
Can she take it?
It's too far, unfortunately, because you're peering into like another room, but in this room you can see it, and in this room you can hear something odd. You can hear a couple voices almost, and you recognize them. It's Eric and Karuni and Celeste. You can hear their voices.
Hello. She's gonna scream down. Hello.
To the rest of the party, as you guys are walking through this corridor, you guys hear a very faint hello from Fionn somewhere in the labyrinth.
Are you locked down there?
Celeste, she's gonna look distressed, like, oh, Astra, she's talking to us beyond the light. No, it's too late.
Fion,
I
you
sent a dancing light like all the way forward where the voice is.
yeah, you send a dancing light down that hallway, but all you see is just like the continuance of this hallway, but there's another like corner that you could turn to another hallway. That's all you see.
Why would Hector be talking to me?
Are you guys down there? Are you alive?
Why is she British?
Can you talk back?
No.
You can hear these voices, Fion, but they're so very muffled, and because you're so far, it's hard to really kind of tell what they're saying. You can tell it's them for sure, but to discern, it's just hard to hear.
Isn't that
Approld.
great?
Yes.
Use thaumaturgy.
Correct. I would like to use thaumaturgy to boom my voice.
Yeah, all right. You boom your voice, and what do you say?
Hey, Fion, we got a fucked scenario down here. It's weird and greasy.
I've got a fucked scenario up here. It's weird and clean.
Hearing this, Fion, you hear a couple knocks at the door.
They think I'm a princess, and I don't know what's going on. I'm not allowed to leave my room. Hashona's here, but he looks very different. You guys are all here wearing maids' outfits, and you're not talking to me, and you're all crazy. And I think I've actually lost it. I think that I've actually lost it.
Hold on, I don't think I want to move past that maid outfit part. What does that mean?
Fion, you
The
can
only one I
hear.
haven't seen is you.
You can
I
hear
think
the
Corinne and
handle.
Eric.
You can
Oh,
hear the
thank
handle You can hear the handle jiggling, Fion.
Could she run up and lock it?
It's locked. It's already been locked, but it's wiggling. You can tell that it's gonna be open in a bit.
Well, they're coming back for me, and that means I'm going to be sent back to my fucking prison cell, where I can't leave. I tried jumping out the window, didn't work, and that's just great. It's just absolutely swell up here, and you guys need to get up here right now.
No worries. The sooner I get up there, the sooner I'll slaughter them nobles.
They think I'm a princess, and I'm not a princess. That's
Fion,
all.
You hear the door finally click, unlock.
Oh, hello there. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a breakdown. I miss my friends quite a lot. I was talking to myself.
You guys can all hear this from where you guys are, by the way, as you guys hear a lot of shuffling. Fion, you see that Karuni and a different maid kind of go over, and they kind of like grab you by the arms and start dragging you back to your room.
Okay then. Thanks, guys. You know, I can walk on my own. You don't have to drag me everywhere. I'm not gonna leave. I mean, I will leave.
You see going into the bathroom, Fion. You see that there is a very familiar tall individual. It's Zoro wearing a butler's outfit. You see him go into the bathroom passing you, and you see that he sees the vent, and you see that he kind of like picks up the cover for the vent and like slams it back into the thing, causing it to kind of like collapse a little bit.
Great. That's just wow.
As
You know what,
are dragged back to your room.
Miss Karuni, would you mind fetching my the man? I think he's my father. Him, yes, him. I quite miss him a lot. Would you mind fetching him for me?
You see
Please.
that you are dragged back to your room, and when you're dragged back to your room, you see that Eric opens the door. You are pulled inside, and you see that the door closes. Karuni and Eric stand in front of your door again.
Can you grab my the father for me, the one who I had supper with? I actually really need to speak with him. I'm feeling a lot of emotional distress, and he's the only person I feel comfortable talking to about my problems.
No response. But it's weird.
Wow.
You feel something is off in this room. Give me a perception check.
Bruh. Ooh, baby. Hold on. Hey Siri,
No fuck.
what's 16 plus 7? It's 23. I got a 23.
23. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I
Um,
can't do math.
Okay, so yeah,
You know.
so looking around this room, Fion, you notice that the bookshelf that's next to your bed, there seems to be a book that seems to be a little different than the rest.
I'm gonna go take it out.
You take out this book, and you notice that the title of it seems odd. The title of it says, "I'm here, Fion."
That's great. That's lovely. She's gonna open up the book.
You open up the book, Fion, and you can see that it's blank. But for a few bits, you see that something seems to be writing itself inside. And you can see that it spells out Hushan.
Oh god, it's the fake Hashan again. Okay, that's great. I actually don't want to see you. I want to see our dad. I really would like to see him, so if you could go fetch him for me, that would be quite great. Book. Hashan.
You see
Fake
that,
Hashan.
you see that on the left page it says Hushan, but you see that on the right, you see that something is being drawn. And the drawing on it you recognize. It's the drawing of Hushan's mask.
Oh, you're the real Hashan. Fuck. Why are you in a book? Is this... This is bad. This is really bad. This is really, really bad.
You see that the page turns itself as you see that there's something else being written. It says, "My power's waning. I can feel you in somewhere. Are you okay?"
No, I'm not okay. I've been kidnapped, and they think I'm a princess. And there's a fake you that doesn't look like you. It has short hair, which is quite odd, and he's not sickly. And all my friends are maids, except the only people I haven't seen is like Baprold, which is scary because I hope he's not dead. But I heard him, so that's good. And I haven't seen the annoying ones, but you know, that's fine. But I'm not feeling very good right now at all, and I would really, really like to get the fuck out of here.
You see that the page turns again as you see that he writes, "Well, I may be too far, but I may be able to spare something. Maybe this will help you." And you see that in the book, you see that there seems to be something being drawn, and you recognize it. It's a picture of Hushan's little bird. And you can see that as the picture completes itself, you see that it begins to glow a bit brightly. And you see forming from the picture is Hushan's bird.
Like it's real?
Yes, it materializes, but it's kind of like in its baby form almost.
Oh, aren't you the cutest little thing? And I actually can see you now because... Wait, she couldn't see it before, could she? Because it's like one of those weird ASTRA animals?
Yeah, but it seems like somewhere here you're able to actually look at it.
Oh, that's nice. I can see you now. Actually, I need your feathers, so is it okay if I pluck them off? I promised General Withake that I would give him some phoenix feathers so he can make some potion or whatever. So can I pluck them off, and then I'm good without you, I think. I don't need a bird.
You see that the
Really?
page turns and says, the feather for a phoenix. Why would you need something like that?
We got cursed. I can't teleport anymore. And, all my friends kind of lost, like, everything that's important to them. So, you know, I don't know for my friends.
You see
people
that the
that I
page
know.
turns again, and you see that Hushan writes something else that says, needing a phoenix feather. All right. Well, the phoenix that I have sent you is still in its early stages. Unfortunately, it cannot produce a feather strong enough. But maybe if you were to find something valuable, it may be able to make something. I'm not
Or I
sure.
could pluck all of the feathers off and just use multiple feathers.
You see that Hushan immediately turns the page again and says, "Don't! If you do that, you're plucking off too much of my power. If you use it too much, I may not be able to contact you again. I'm using what little left."
Right. Don't strain yourself, please, and just... I'll be fine. I'll figure things out. I really don't need Phoenix. I'll figure things out on my own. I get everything that I want here, so...
The page turns again as he says, "Really? Well, regardless, take the Phoenix with you. I'm keeping a bit of my power with you to keep you safe, and it's so I can be able to keep watch in case something goes wrong. Okay?"
Everything's gone wrong. Alright, I guess.
You see that the tiny like baby phoenix kind of like looks at you and kind of like blinks a couple times before you see that the baby phoenix kind of like hops off the book and then like lands on your shoulder. As you see that the book kind of like begins to shine brightly until it like slowly dematerializes in your hand until it's gone, leaving you with the phoenix, a baby phoenix.
Little Phoenix, I'm gonna have you hide under my bed because I don't want the bad people to see you. You just stay put for now.
You see that the phoenix kind of like tilts its head at you and kind of like looks at you with one eye, like goes.
There are bad people here, and I need you to help me. So you stay, you hide, alright? You hide.
You see that the phoenix immediately hops off your shoulder and lands on like the ground, and then it slowly like hops its way underneath your bed.
Good. She's gonna walk over to the and be like, "I'm really bored. I don't think that a princess should be bored ever. What can I do? Is there a library? Is there actual people who will talk back to me? Is there, dare I say, alcohol? Is what? There's gotta be something I can do. I'm really bored. Never get my memories back if I'm not stimulated."
You see that this butler Eric opens the door, and you see that Karuni guides you out again. Following Karuni, you see that you are taken over to a very large and grandeur library, where you see that, oddly enough, it's like you remember this place from the images you've seen. You see the books floating, some of them changing into different objects, or some changing titles, constantly ever changing, but you remember it. But there's something off about this room. There's no throne room. There's just stairs that lead to a second floor.
Oh, this is... I know this place. I've seen this before. Thank you for bringing me here, Miss.
You see that the door closes behind you on the library. You see that Karuni stands in front of the door now.
Do you have a favorite book, Karuni?
No response.
I wish you guys would talk to me back. It's very boring not having anyone to talk to. And the one person who can talk to me sends me away every chance he gets.
No response.
Great. That's just swell. She's gonna like wander around this library.
Okay. You wander around this library, looking at some of the books in here. You know, some of these books kind of seem interesting. You know, some books talking about like the Shadar-kai anatomy. Another book talking about folk tales and lore about the Shadar-kai's upbringings. Other ones pertaining to like legends and stories of the human world and demon world alike. Nothing seems to really catch your attention, but you know, you kind of take a good walk around this library until something catches your eye. at the back of the library, you notice that there seems to be like this pedestal with a glass case on top of it. And this glass case holds a book, but the book is empty. And you can feel something off about that particular book.
She's gonna pick it up.
You go over to the glass case, and you notice that the glass case is locked. As you see that there seems to be a little keyhole next to it, above or right below there, like a little lever for you to open it.
Right. She's gonna run back to Karuni. There's a book I want to read, but it's locked behind a case. Would you mind opening it for me, please?
No response, but there is something odd. You notice that there seems to be like a little bit of a pin that's on like a flower that's on Karuni's shoulder, almost like kind of like her shoulder area.
Can I borrow this for just a moment?
No response.
Okay, she's just gonna take it off then.
You take it and you notice that it is indeed a fake flower that has a pin.
She's gonna go back and pick the lock.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okie dokie. I don't know what her sleight of hand model. It's not very good, I don't think.
How can it not be good? You're a ranger monk. You should actually be high.
Oh, you're right.
She forgot.
It probably is.
God bless her soul.
It's only she only has +4.
Still a good bit.
She got a 14.
14?
Yes.
You pick the lock and click. It opens.
And she opens it and she reads the book.
You grab this book and you open it, and some of the things you read in this book kind of sink something odd deep down in Fionn as she sits here and reads this book. We will cut from Fionn to the rest of the party, where you guys had kind of spoken to Fionn a little bit. Don't understand where she is, but she gave you a general idea of what her situation's like. And moving down the hallway, you guys notice there is another turn, but you guys hear something odd. You hear music? Going over and turning the corner, you guys see that there seems to be a large area. Like, it's like an outside area almost, where there's grass, and there's a bunch of like carts around. But there's one particular thing that catches everyone's eye. A very large circus tent.
Oh, that's interesting.
Does Zara know what a circus is?
No. To Zoro, this looks like just a very... To Zoro's knowledge, putting pieces together, this looks like a tent that is utilized for something that would be used for like a large raid. Where this would be like a commander's tent where they would prepare like plans of how they're going to approach certain situations with their army. To Zoro's knowledge. Karuni...
Well, Karuni.
Karuni's heard of these, yeah. Karuni's heard of circuses, but she's, of course, never been to one before. She's only heard that these circuses have these, like, weird gestures that get the people's attention, and, you know, they do these, like, cool things for money. That's pretty much what Karuni has read.
Karuni just looks in curiosity and she's like, ooh, I've always heard about these things, but also I think it's probably not good to go into one because of our current situation.
What is it?
It's a circus.
What's a circus?
From what I read, essentially there's just a whole bunch of jesters who go around making people laugh and smile and all that for money. And music is playing, and I think also they mentioned that there's food.
Hearing this, or saying this, Crooney, you guys hear a large crash as you guys see that the tent opens, and this kind of like stout man kind of like walks out angrily. He says, "Bah! These animals are not enough!" As you see that he starts kicking some of the grass and dirt on the ground.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hello?
Who are you? Why have you come to my circus?
Oh. We, kind of stumbled upon it.
Some more filthy loiters. You see that he kind of starts waddling over to the side. He says, the circus is not open. Leave!
Aw.
You didn't want to pick it.
You see that he kind of sits
Do you
down.
know the way out of here?
Out? Out of where?
Anywhere but here. Trust me, we don't want to be at this lousy circus any more than you do.
What do you know about circuses? You see that he kind of sits over on a box and kind of moving over to the side of the box. You see that he pulls out a bottle of alcohol and he kind of takes a swig of it. He says, the circus business is a mess. Nothing works. Nothing. Eric, I will say that in this circus, you feel a very strong magical energy emitting from somewhere in this area. One that, for some reason, piques Eric's attention, which not many things would get Eric's attention, but this particular feeling does.
What?
Good pup.
What do you want? Still ordering? Leave! And you see that he kind of spits on the ground in front of him.
I might not be a chef, but I know shitty food when I taste it.
Probably just a lousy second-rate maid, like the rest that come to the circus.
Alright, you are. I'm gonna fucking walk past him.
Where do you go? Into
the tent. Because that's where this magic bullshit's coming from, right?
Yeah. So...
Eric entering a circus? For free?
For free? Okay, so you guys see that Eric just walks over into this circus tent. Anyone else follow? Rhonda,
Yes.
Baprold, Celeste, Karuni, Zoro?
Yeah,
That's
I think
fever
both.
dream.
Yeah, I think both will follow in.
Yeah.
All right. You guys all walk in, and you guys see that Eric kind of stands there. And Eric, you notice that there are a couple of these wild beasts that seem to be roaming around, and you recognize some of them, but there's one that catches your attention. It's this sort of sleek panther-like creature that seems to just be sitting over, just seems to be sitting over on a very large pillow over on the side by an entrance where the animals would be coming from. And you feel that there's something very strong about this creature, magically. Something very strong about this creature. You've never seen anything like this before.
You're odd. I think I have a spell. I think I have Detect Evil and Good. I do have Detect Evil and Good. Can I cast Detect Evil and Good and figure out if this is a aberration, celestial, elemental, fey fiend, or undead?
One sec. I mean, yeah, you cast it, and Eric, you can tell that this is an aberration. This particular creature does not seem like something. This creature does not seem like something that would not be made anywhere in this world. This seems like something that's found here. How it ended up here, who knows? But there's something definitely off about this creature, for sure, that it would catch Eric's attention.
It is, but I can't say it.
The fuck is this? I want to touch.
So I've never
And
seen this like in my life.
No, this particular creature is something different. What this creature could be, shit, who knows? But it definitely has Eric's attention, that's for sure. That's all that can be stated.
How could a circus like this go so poorly with creatures like this?
Anything you guys do here as you guys are it's kind of like what you guys are watching is like a lot of these, like, you guys see a lot of these creatures like owl bears, you guys see like hell boars, you guys see like dire wolves, you guys see like a whole range of animals kind of like practicing these weird tricks. You see that this owl bear is kind of like bouncing a ball back and forth with this hell boar. You see that this dire wolf is like trying to like standing up and like keeping its balance on like a large ball, and you see all these creatures kind of like practicing this kind of like weird routine. Anything you guys do here?
Anyone else find this surprisingly sad?
Yeah.
How long have these animals been like this?
Who is this to?
Hmm?
Who is this to? This question.
Just in general.
Oh.
Like he says it out loud.
For everybody, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Where's that?
Can Karuni, excuse me. Can Karuni cast speak with animals?
Yeah. You guys speak with animals, yeah.
Alright, she's gonna cast speak with animals first. Hold on, let me just check. She's gonna look around and she's gonna see like what exactly like they might be saying.
I mean, you hear them just like you hear them they're like being all jolly and happy. You hear the owl bear and the hell boar like cheering each other on as you guys see that they're like hitting a ball back and forth to each other with their snouts. You see that the dire wolf is like super concentrating, so you can kind of hear the breathing from this dire wolf as it's trying to not fall off of this ball. You see a couple of these like monkeys on like these trapeze that are like doing flips and everything. It looks really cool, and you see that they're being very loud and like cheering each other on as well. It just seems like overall cheer, but one kind of feels weird as you hear a voice say, "You, child, are different. Who are you?" And where this voice originates from, you look over and you see this panther-like creature that just sits opulently on this like large pillow looking in your direction.
Oh. My name's Karuni. Do you have a name?
For the circus, we have no names. But you are an elf, correct?
Yes. How long have y'all been, I guess, working here.
Work? We are not working here. It may seem like work, child, but we too have also been imprisoned, just like you have. Here for how long, I don't know. Only time will tell. As you see that this panther creature, this like creature, kind of gets up and starts like encircling the little stage area. As she continues talking, she looks over and she says, "You and your friends are still here. New to the labyrinth, are you?"
Well, I guess it's really ain't that obvious.
You see that the panther kind of like licks the outer rims of its mouth as it says, "Fresh prey."
Oh.
Well, tell me, as you see that this panther kind of like leaps over to some of the seats close to where you guys are standing. It kind of leaps up over to the side and kind of like stares at you. And as you look into its eyes, Karuni, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Lord. Don't fail me. You failed me. Can I use an inspiration?
If you have one, if you have tallies, don't forget you have tallies.
I'll add a tally.
That's a d6. Go ahead and add a d6 roll.
Hey, yeah. Fuck. So that's an 8.
8. Karuni, you look into the eyes of this creature and you can feel that there is something very wrong about this creature, and you look to it, you feel frightened. You have gained the I believe it's the frightened condition, correct? I believe that's the one. Yep. So you have received the frightened condition. As you see that this panther looks at you and she says, weak. As you see that she jumps off of the panels on the side, and she said, back into the stage. She says, "Too weak to be prey for me. Well, enough. It seems we may be able to help each other. You help me. I may have a way for you to escape this labyrinth."
What do you need help with exactly?
My captor keeps me here, entertaining those who would arrive. But business has been slow, and my captor not doing enough. I will need you to eliminate him for me.
I see. I guess taking the easy way out. I will consult with my fellow friends here, and then we'll get back to you.
Do so quickly. Time is running out. As you see that they slowly start like strutting back over to the big pillow that they were sitting on, and they kind of go over and kind of like lay down on the pillow and kind of like fall asleep.
Okay, you just spoke with the panther. That's nice. Courtney's gonna like look back to where the group is. So I had a lovely talk with that panther creature there.
So it seemed.
Uh-huh. So, unfortunately, these animals are, held captive here. And she said she can help us get out, if we, and she kind of like does like the hand motion where, you know, she drags like her finger across her neck, and she kind of like points the finger over to like the I guess like the ringmaster, I guess you would say.
Mm. So we kill that guy. That thing helps us out of this part of the labyrinth, since it seems like it is part of this.
Yeah, your words, not mine.
Bappa would like lean his head to the right and look over to the animal.
So?
Just give like an investigative look of like, can we trust this thing?
What do you want to do here? You want to see if you can figure out if you can trust this creature?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, you would need to give me. You need to speak with the creature. I don't think you. Do you have speak with animal?
No, but I can try.
Hell, give it a shot if you want. How will you approach
Okay.
this?
Ahem. Oh no.
What?
That was my attempt at a growl.
Oh. Give me a intimidation check with the disadvantage?
I would say performance
Or
check if you think.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
performance. Yeah.
performance.
Give me a performance with
With
disadvantage. With
With
disadvantage.
Advantage too.
Yeah, it's
With
out
a
of the blue.
disadvantage.
No, he's taking them by surprise.
Yeah. Did you expect
The-
that? I don't think so.
No, that wouldn't be something that you would do. Roll me with disadvantage for performance. No, you'd have to give me a disadvantage roll on it, Baffle. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
Aw.
fucking nat 1.
Ooh.
Also, I figured it out. The eye on the Eye of Vecna, on the Eye of Vecna dice is a nat 1. It's not nat 20.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Ooh. Okay. Me make a little little roll real quick. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Now he's getting countered.
Bap rolled. I mean, I hate to say it. Does a 19 hit you?
Ooh, barely, but yeah.
Ooh. Fuck, I need to pull up D&D Beyond for this. Hold on. I have to pull up D&D Beyond for the dice.
Bro.
He is going to kill us.
Nah, fine. That's not
In the meantime, Bap rolled. I will need you to have to give me a Constitution save if you'd be so kind.
Ooh, I'm shit at these.
Oh, you're a
That's a
tank.
13?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a 13?
Bap
Just how many
rolled.
number of calories I can add.
As you go over to growl at this panther-like creature with a nat 1 roll, Bap rolled, you take 42 points of piercing damage, and you have gained the poison status. As you see that this panther immediately bites you deep into the shoulder, and you can feel that something is being embedded into you. It's like almost like in a flash immediately. Like you blink and that panther's already like biting down on your shoulder. As you see that this panther like pushes off of you as you collapse to the ground, gripping your shoulder. As you see that it gracefully lands back on its like opulent pillow and kind of like growls back at you again, Vaprold. And you can see in its teeth there is this like disgusting looking black sludge emitting from its teeth.
Damn it! God damn it! Take a joke. Why won't you?
You know, you could have just let me translate for you, you know?
It's a thing I like to do, and I would like to lesser restoration myself.
Okay, yeah. So you take off the poison
Poison
condition.
stat.
Still taking 48 more damage. Yeah. So I mean, you're not poisoned anymore. What now?
I will just cure wounds myself while like nerdling to myself, just like thinks little furball's funny, isn't he?
Okay. And what else do you do here? Anything?
Any other objections, I guess, or questions?
Zoro heads over to the guy, the ringmaster.
Okay. So you head over to the ringmaster. Still there, as you see that he's down like a bottle now, and he's got another bottle that he's kind of just slogging through.
So, what was your name again?
I am the great Krov Ringmaster.
Okay. These creatures, they how long have they been here for?
They work in this circus for their lifetime.
Is it what they want to do?
The beast. Who cares? They make me money. Not anymore.
Well, then, I would say that there's maybe a chance that they could be free then if they don't make you money no more.
All but one. All of them can go free, I don't care. The only one I keep here is my prize dream beast.
And what beast would that be?
My sleek dream beast is mine. No one can have it. As you see that he kind of like swings the bottle around and some of the alcohol kind of splashes in the grass in front of him.
Zoro's gonna pick up the empty bottle that's next to him.
Okay.
So, this dream beast, what did you say there were?
Only rare creature you can't find anywhere else. A creature that some say, as he points over at you, Zoro, he says, originates from Limbo. Yeah, you heard. Limbo.
What does Zoro know of Limbo?
Zoro has no knowledge of Limbo at all. Limbo sounds like a completely new region to Zoro.
I have never heard of this place called Limbo.
Then ask your friends. Maybe they know, maybe not. Just let me drink in peace. As you see that he like downs like another long swig of his alcohol.
Is he done with it?
He still has it next to him, and he's still holding on to it.
Oh, okay. All right. Zoro's then just gonna walk back to the group then.
Yeah.
And he's gonna then speak with them. So he says all the others can go free. Just said some dream beast is the only one that he wants to keep here.
Of course.
I'm assuming that's the only one that wants to be free.
Yeah. Everyone else seems, well, I guess happy, but that one, they just want to be free. That's all.
Can I speak to him?
Speak to who?
I'm speaking to Corona.
Oh,
Speak to the creature.
Yeah.
Okay. Zora would then walk up to the creature.
Karina's gonna follow.
As you guys approach the creature, you guys get about like 15 feet from it. Then you see that its eyes open, and it looks at you with like a very strong intent.
Whoa. Whoa there. Ain't trying to do nothing.
You see that the
Karina's gonna translate.
Okay. You see that the panther kind of like, you know, that like when cats do like that big stretch, where like they like have their bum high in the air and then they like kind of like put their head up higher on the next stretch. And she kind of does that as she gets up and she says, "What does this one want, child?"
He just has some questions. That's all.
I may have answers for him. Tell me.
Karina she gestures and she's like, "All right, floor is yours."
So, I spoke with the man up front. Says that you were from a place called Limbo. What is that?
Limbo. The finest place where we, dream beasts, originate from. My home. Limbo is not an easy place to get to, nor is it a place you can leave. Limbo is only a place of ideas and concepts. It's not real, but at the same time it exists. It shouldn't be alive, but it breathes. It's like a creature with no organ, but it still hunts.
If it's a place that you can't leave, how is it that you got out?
Who says I left?
Interesting. That man up front. What is it that he wants from you? He says that you were all the other animals free except you. You're his prized possession, but is there anything else he truly wants?
Besides me, I don't know. As you see that she kind of like hops off of her like pillow and kind of like starts moving closer to you guys little by little, and she says, "The only question is, what do you want from me?"
So far, I have everything. Just needed some answers to some questions.
You see that she kind of looks at it's like she's kind of like sizing you up as like prey almost. She says, "You may go." As you see that the cat-like creature turns around and goes back to their I guess I'll call it opulent throne.
Well, all right. I guess we can go back, see if anyone else in the group knows of this limbo place.
Sounds like a good idea.
And we go back.
Okay. Yeah, you go back and regroup with everybody else. What do you guys do now?
Go ahead, tell them all about Limbo. Well, so far that we know of. See if anyone else knows.
Do
So
I know?
go ahead.
Eric. Give me a history check. Give me a history check for this one. We'll get you by a history check.
Proficiency. Bruh. That's a 9.
So far, the knowledge of this place called Limbo didn't really seem like anything that would pique Eric's interest at the time. So Eric's heard of it, but he doesn't he doesn't know the stipulations behind Limbo or whatever this place could be. Not really something that Eric would really know of, as Eric usually likes to deal in like the facts, only in the facts and opinions rather than folktale and whatever the hell else it could have been.
Not my area of expertise.
Oh.
But does the beast claim that we're in this place? Limbo.
He said that she never left. I'm assuming that means that we would be the ones that are in limbo ourselves.
Makes sense. Limbo's known to just be there. You don't know if you're in the realm of living or the realm of dead.
So I'm confused. How did we get here to begin with? He was stabbed, we got through a portal, and we just died?
I mean,
Impossible. We can't be dead.
How else will we be in limbo then?
Limbo's nothing but a folktale. It's not real.
but it
This
would
creature-
explain.
Go ahead.
It would also explain the thing that Theon has said with you guys up there being in maid outfits.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear that? Like,
No. We were in maid outfits?
apparently, Eric and Karuni were in one. She said to us, didn't you? I wasn't the only one who heard that, right?
I've been a street urchin, I've been the general of an army, but I'd never reduce myself to a servant.
I better not do that either. This is definitely not right.
So if she says she sees us, but we're not reacting, what if our souls are trapped here, but our bodies are with her?
Would be the most likely explanation to this. But then I'd ask myself, how does that work?
If our bodies are over there, but our souls are here, how is it that they're still moving?
That's gotta be some strong levels of magic. Eric, would you know anything about that?
I concur. The soul isn't some organ in the body like the heart or brain. Your body can function perfectly fine without it, but theoretically, without a soul, you'd cease to, I suppose, learn. Not necessarily intellectually, but you wouldn't know right from wrong, or essentially you'd be docile. Similar to how Fiona described it. No, it's not possible.
But
And if that's
if
the
you
case,
said it yourself, you would never reduce yourself into being a servant. Sounds like you're forced into. Well, yeah, you were forced to be one. Just without your subconscious.
if we are only souls, how is it that she could hear us though?
That's the other thing. And also, one more thing I'd like to ask in the sense, if we're souls, these bite marks feel fucking real. And like, by that logic, wouldn't these wounds just like go away? This feels like it's gonna leave a mark.
Well, if we are in limbo and she is from limbo, it only makes sense that she'd be able to harm anything that is also from limbo, or that is in limbo, I should say.
That is
And
true.
if we are in limbo, she also said that there's no way to get out.
She
Well,
also,
not entirely true. She said she knew a way out. But why would she need to kill that man? Why wouldn't she be gone herself?
Perhaps like a control spell. As long as he is in control and or in a living state, he can keep us in here. Maybe once he's out of the picture, we can return to our bodies. Who knows?
Would we even be able to kill him?
I don't know. But if that's the case, let's not go ahead and do anything rash. For all we know, he has a dead man switch on him. In case we'll be stuck here forever.
That's also the issue.
That's unless he doesn't drink himself to death.
Then we'd best stop him.
I don't think he can even drink himself to death if he's doing it for how long.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna need to put that to the test someday.
Please
Not right now.
don't. I don't want to hear in the future. Baprold ends up dead and from alcohol poisoning for trying to prove a point. No
Do
one's
know
really-
it is possible though.
It does sound like something I'd do. But yeah.
So, do we keep the man alive?
Does she specifically need him to die?
Seems like he's the only person here. He is the ringleader. All the other, I guess, talents or animals. Didn't he also say to you that he doesn't care if anyone else leaves, but they get to stay?
And also, if it is part of the labyrinth, could be the anchor of this part of it. Maybe if he's out of the picture, he could we clear this trial if it is these.
Eric, can you see if there's anything connecting that man to the Dream Beast?
Cube, would my detect evil or good have sent something like that already?
There was something. Good catch. There was something that's lingering, but the strength of the beast caught Eric's attention more than the other feeling he got. Eric, when he first encountered this individual, noticed that there is something malicious about this person. But the feeling of this dream beast, as it's called, caught the attention of Eric more than this guy ever did. But looking back, you can feel that there is definitely something wrong with this guy, for sure. You can
This
feel it.
guy isn't an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
I gotta hand it to you. You got another good catch. You can feel that he is inhuman. Inhuman as in, he may or may not be an aberration.
That's a charade. He can drink as much as he likes, but it's not going to do anything. That man's just as unreal as that beast.
So it is a trial.
So no wonder he's able to keep it here.
By that logic, we can just kill him. Try to, at least.
Have you ever faced off against an aberration?
First time for everything, I think.
I don't know. Seems off.
Can Zoro take a look around more of the circus tent?
Yeah. Okay. So you go ahead and take a look around more of the circus tent, and moving past kind of like looking around in the circus tent, there's the big stage area where everybody sits and they watch all these talents, do their practices, their routines, and everything for the entertainment of all. But passing the panther passing where this panther sits into the area where the animals would come from, you notice that in this kind of like backstage area, you notice that there are lots, and I mean lots of cages. And I need to preface this as well, that there are as well a lot of animals in the cage or in the stage area practicing a routine of some sort. But I just named off only a couple of them, but let me preface it by saying there are a lot of animals to match with the amount of cages that are in this back area, Zoro. So looking around in this kind of backstage area where there's all of these cages, you notice, accounting for all of them, there seems to be one cage short. Counting from all the animals that you've counted, there's about 26 animals that seem to be doing routines out in the main area, but there's only 25 cages here.
Interesting. Well, is there anything inside the cages that pique his interest?
Not really. There's only, a bunch of like things that would interest the creatures that would originate from whatever region they would come from in these cages. You see that hellbores, you see that at the bottom of the cage. There's a couple of like these like charcoals that are no longer lit, but you can tell that these have been activated charcoals. You notice that the owl bear, there's like the bottom of the cage seems to have like a lot of like hay and everything, and a lot of like different like types of wood, sticks, and everything to kind of like make this weird like giant nest inside of it. But besides that, all the cages pertain to the rest of the animals. That's it. What you do notice that there is a smaller connecting door that kind of connects to this backstage area.
Zoro will then go ahead and head over there to the area then.
Okay. You go over and you try the door, and the door's locked. But you can see that at the top there seems to be like this plaque that says Krov.
Okay. He's gonna go ahead and head back to the rest of the group then.
Yeah, back to the rest of the group. You guys see that Zoro comes out from this backstage area, bypassing the panther-like creature, passing some of the animals, and makes it back to you guys.
Where's the man at now?
Critter looks around.
To preface this, you guys don't see him. Where the seat that he once was, the crate is still there, the alcohol is still there, but he is nowhere to be found.
He's gone.
Vapor would like to inspect the alcohol bottles.
Yeah, you inspect the alcohol.
Has his, on his hand.
Oh. I mean, you inspect the alcohol bottles, they're empty.
Might be refilling.
How many animals are there here? 26. That would be including the dream beast, right?
Yeah, including the dream beast, that would be 26. That was supposed to be 26 animals in this area right now.
So far, I only counted 25. And then it seems that the man has a little study in the back. I'm going to guess that the dream beast doesn't have a cage, which doesn't make sense still.
It's not chained to a cage, then what is keeping it here?
The door to his study is locked. I was trying to see if we could find him, but since he's gone, we might need to brute force our way in.
anyone here good with picking locks?
So let's raise her hand.
Do you have anything to pick the lock with?
They took my locking kit. Maybe we can find something?
Well, let's try to find something.
Everybody,
Should be some small metal rods around here somewhere.
everybody, give me investigation checks. Some itsy bitsy little investigation checks.
Bro, what the fuck are these dice, man?
Yeah, I'm rolling terrible.
17.
Too, I can't lie.
17. Okay. Who else?
Yeah, roll them
17.
fat free.
3.
18.
18. Zoro.
5.
5. Karuni and Celeste.
So let's go to 10. Karuni got a 12.
So looking around the place, there's not really anything else that you guys can really find. Eric, however, you do see that where like the ringmaster sat, you see that there seems to be kind of like a nail that seems to be poking out from one of the boxes, almost like it was like torn out incorrectly. And Rhonda, looking a bit around as well, you notice that there seems to be as well. It looks like on one of the animals, you can see that there seems to be like there's like a metal like helmet portion that one of these like owl bears has to wear. You notice that there seems to be like a bit of metal kind of like sticking out from the side of it. It's like a very thin part, but you see that this owl bear is currently doing a routine.
Okay, well, I convey what I found to the team before we.
So yeah, Eric, you relate to the team that yes, Eric had found this kind of like nail that he was able to just pry out with ease, and yeah, this could be something of like a turning tool. As for the actual pick itself, Rhonda kind of points out that over there by one of the owl bears, there seems to be a like little small rod that seems to be like sticking out from one of the owl bear's helmets. But you see that the owl bear right now is currently doing this like little routine where it's like bouncing a ball back and forth with other owl bears.
While that is cute, I kind of want to knock it the fuck out.
I like the ball. I think I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, I was gonna
Activated.
say Karuni can try to take it.
Okay. How will you approach this?
She's gonna approach and she's gonna like reach to like pluck it, I guess. That's sleight of hand, right?
Well, okay. First off, the owl bear is like constantly moving, so it's like constantly like going up on its hind legs to knock over this ball over. So first off, I'm gonna need you to give me a persuasion check on this owl bear because you have speak with animals, right? Is that Celeste or Kruni that has that?
Karuni.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check with this owl bear to see if you can get it to stop doing its routine for just a second.
Okay. Karuni's gonna approach and she looks to the owl bear and she's like, excuse me, sorry, you guys doing a great job, by the way. Can I just grab something from your helmet real quick? Let me just give you the persuasion roll.
And roll being
16.
16. You see that the owl bear's like left, like, huh? Oh, hello. You see that it goes down on. You see that it goes down all fours. It looks over, says, "Oh, did you want to see my helmet? Okay." You see that it kind of like lays down. It kind of like It kind of like moves its head around, kind of like showing you its cool helmet and stuff.
That is a real nice helmet. And she kind of like, she goes and inspects it, and she sees the nail.
Yeah, you see this small bit of like metal that's kind of like sticking out from the rest of the owlbear's helmet.
I just need to. Would I
Sleight of hand.
don't fail me now? 19.
Cool. So yeah, you're able to grab the little you're able to grab the little piece of metal. As you see that the owlbear looks like, thank you. You like my helmet?
It's really nice.
Oh,
very nice.
I have to get back to my routine. Thank you. As you see that it gets back up and starts going back to its routine of knocking a ball back and forth with the other owlbears.
Pretty good. Heads back.
Yeah, you head back and you have a very crude lockpicking set.
Celeste just looks to the items and she's like, "Alright, guess these would work." She's gonna go over to the lock.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check. This is a base roll since this is like a very basic lockpicking set that you have.
Could use 2d6s on it.
Okay.
That is. Oh, that's gonna make it a dirty 20.
Oh. Shit, yeah. So yeah, you're able to absolutely unlock the door. So yeah, you guys see that Celeste after a good maybe like a couple minutes, you see that you guys hear a click and you guys see that the door opens. And let me preface this by saying, Eric, you can feel a strong malicious energy emitting from this room when this door opens. Fireball. So, what do you guys do here?
Stand your ground, everyone.
Okay.
Something's amiss.
Who's going in first?
Eric would swish his cape if he still had it, but he won't, and he'll step forward.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you step forward, and you take one step on the... Like, there's about 3 steps before you enter this, like, area. Take one step. Another. And then another. Then you enter the tent. Or you enter the little area. The room. When you enter, you feel like this wave of such hateful energy start fucking burning throughout inside of this room. It's almost like a very bad stench that like really gets to Eric, but Eric pushes on. And you see moving throughout this room is a mess. There's papers all over the floor. There's like a small little area where there's like places where there's supposed to be like food, but all this food is like on the floor, on like some of the tables and on some of the countertops, and it's just like all spoiled and rotten. You can see that there's stains all over in some of like the chairs and some places around in this place. It's a dump. But there's one thing that seems to be... there seems to be one thing that really catches Eric's eye in here. And you can see that there's like this small gilded box inside of this room that seems to be like the source emitting such energy into this room.
Okay. Can I use a mage hand to break it open?
Mage hand, give me a strength check.
That's a 9.
Nope. You see that the mage hand goes over and it like grabs the box and it tries to force it open, but nothing.
Box heavier than 10 pounds.
You can feel that this box is light. Yes, I'd say if I had to give it, probably about like 6.5 pounds is what you're feeling.
And I should totally be able to open it with mage hand.
Yeah, but see, the problem is It's locked.
Oh. Well. Now I look like a jackass and it's your fault, Cube.
That's well, I mean, fair enough. So yeah, this box is empty, but the box is empty. The box is locked, but you can feel that inside of this little room, this little box seems to be something that's like the source of this malicious energy in this room.
All right. Well, I warned my comrades of this horrible, horrible thing that exists.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna open it.
I'm gonna. So do you try to open it, Baprold?
In times of these, in these trying times, you need to brute force that shit.
So you touch it, Baprold?
If I say that I was kidding, would you believe me?
I'm giving you an opportunity, right? I'm giving you a chance. Are you sure you want to go
Coin.
through? Are you sure you want to go through with it?
Call it.
Eric, it's a trap. You've already declared it. He's just testing your resolve.
Call it, Eric.
All right.
Side.
Heads or tail? Okay. Heads, I open it.
Ooh. Baprold. How do I word this?
You die.
My
Baprold.
cheeks hurt from this smirk.
Death.
Baprold.
Mm-hmm.
You touch this box. All of you see that, well, to Eric, you see that a lot of this hateful energy immediately, almost like a creature, moves itself over and just starts pouring itself into Baprold. Baprold, you begin to feel, as you touch this box, a very strong hatred for the situation, for your alcoholism, for people leaving you, everything. You feel a strong sense of hate. As you guys see that Baprold is kind of like engulfed in this like energy of hate. I need everybody to give me a strength saving throw that's inside of this, around this area.
Let the record show I regret.
How far away is the area?
Oh, okay. Anybody, I'm pretty sure this would hit everybody, but everybody within a 25 feet of Baprold
Bruh.
radius.
What did you know? I'm 26 feet.
True, he's right.
26. Everybody give me a strength saving throw.
I never said I went to the back again with the rest of them.
It's true.
I don't think it's working this time, man.
You really went from my second worst save to my first, just like that.
Oh fuck.
Anyone that got below a 16, who failed?
Is it a saving throw?
It's a saving throw, yes. It's a
Saving throw.
A strength
Since
saving.
I already fucked up, so I don't even take it.
Yeah, except for
Alright,
Baprold. Baprold's the only one that doesn't take it. And Fion, since Fion's not here.
Yep.
Who failed
Everybody else but you.
who failed a DC 16 saving throw? Who failed?
Me, both characters.
Celeste Karuni, okay.
Me.
Eric,
Yeah.
did you
Everyone but Zoro failed.
everyone but
Yeah.
Zoro? Ooh. Ooh.
I don't. The strength is like the group's worst save, man. I don't know what you expected.
No, I mean,
Of course, the barbarian wins it, though. You know.
fair enough.
At least we have that. Yay.
Now I'm gonna have to fight all of you.
I'm gonna have to fight everybody. Oh man.
You just tell us, man.
Hold
is
on, I'm
best.
rolling.
You actually
Hold on,
didn't
I'm
know
rolling.
this was coming.
I'm
dude.
rolling. I'm
Give us-
rolling.
Give us to us.
Rolling.
Raw. He's rolling. It's over.
Rolling.
He is
I'm
killing
about to roll
everyone
your little nuts
today.
in my hands.
Okay,
Christ.
question. Does anybody here have a resistance to necrotic?
Oh god.
Theon does.
I think Theon's the only one. Everybody,
I can't even absorb elements.
It's
This is
me!
elemental damage. It's
um,
me.
You're
So- those who failed took a total of 65 points of necrotic damage. With
Jesus
Zoro taking
Christ.
half, taking 32 points. As you guys see that, like, a wave of just, like, straight up, just like, absolutely, like, undead energy just emits from Baprold. As you guys see Baprold hold this box, you guys see that he turns, and you see half of his face looks like the ringleader, Krov, as he says, "You found me out." And we have to cut there from the party. Back to Fion. Fion. As you are here and you've read your book, I have told you what it was. So you have read your book.
Did read mine. I read.
You have read your book. So, what now? What now, Fion?
She's gonna bring the book with her,
Okay.
and she's gonna go up to the Karuni.
The Karuni, quote unquote.
And she's gonna ask again if she can talk to the guy.
Okay. The guy. Give me.
dad.
The dad. Okay.
Yeah.
You see that.
Mama Ipapa.
You see that Karuni just opens the door and waits for you to leave to follow her.
Fionn is going to follow Karuni. Air quotes.
You follow Karuni, and you see that she takes you over to a set of staircases that both go up and down. And you see that Karuni goes down. As you see that Karuni goes down the stairs, you see that you are in kind of like an underground area where the walls, the ceiling, and the floor seem to be not the usual tile, marble tile that you would see up top, but rather you see that it's more of like a smooth stone. As you see that this Karuni takes you over to a door and she knocks on it. And when she does, you see that the man stands in front of the door as he opens. He says, "Well, it is interesting to see you here, daughter. Why have you come?"
I would like to speak with you alone, referred.
You see that he opens the door, and you see that he You see that he takes you into this room. Of course, Karuni going over, closing the door, and standing in front of it inside the room with you guys. As you see that it kind of looks like a little study. Kind of like a little bit of like a father's study area, where it's kind of like a quaint little room, wooden floors, a lot of bookshelves inside of this room. And you see that there's a lot of like these like tables that have these like little bookshelves inside that have these like glass covers in front of it. And you see that there's a desk with two chairs in front of it, and then a chair behind it. As you see that your father takes father, quote unquote, takes a seat in the chair behind the desk, and he says, "So, you needed to speak with me, dear daughter?"
You were the one who was speaking with me in the Ashen Plain, weren't you?
You see that he does not speak, but rather you see that The man, the silhouette, appears again, this time next to him. And you hear that the words no longer sound very rugged and disturbed as it was before, but rather the same voice as he says, "Yes, my daughter. I have been trying to speak with you for a while now. Welcome home."
I really appreciate all the effort that you've put into bringing me back here, and I've kind of put two and two together. She's gonna put the book in front of him. I understand that you're trying to fix what you lost, but in the process, you've made a lot of people lose someone else that they care about, taking me back here, and I've lost all of the people that I've known my entire life.
You see that he takes the book. He says, "Where did you find this book?"
In the library. It was in a glass case. I picked the lock.
You see that he holds the book tight, and you see that the book bursts aflame, like it combusts into flame, as you see that it slowly burns away into nothing but ash in his hand. He says, "I should have removed this book when I had the opportunity to." You see that he tosses the ashes aside to him. He says, "So you know, do you?"
Understand that you're grieving. But by taking me away, you're causing a lot of grief for other people too, and for me. And I understand that you created me in her image, but
Do you know
I'm not her.
what a primordial is?
Not particularly. Vaguely, I guess.
Primordials were once the deities that blessed these realms of the human and demon alike. We ruled with an iron fist over everything that you know. However, in the process, being caught up in my own actions, I had lost something dear to me. And I had broken a couple rules. So what? But because I had broken those rules, they took something from me. And so, I intend to take something from them. You may understand now. You are made in the vision of my late daughter. Right?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then you know. Where you are now is not simple. We have been cursed. And I have been trying to find a way to restore not just my family, but to restore the kingdom I had once lost because of the rules that were not given to us outright. The unfair judgment given to us by none other than the goddess herself. And so, for this act of heresy against us, we have banded together in hopes that we can return to our rightful places in this world. We do not belong in this prison. And we have our key to escape. You. So I thank you for being so gullible and following your friends in the Ashen Plain. But I am afraid all of this will have been for naught. For now, you are merely just a means to an end. And I see it now. You are not the daughter that I had once loved. No. You are a tool. And as such, you will help me. You see that he snaps his finger, and you can feel your body almost like tense up immediately as you see him get up, and he goes over to. He says, "You will finally return to me what should have been mine in the first place." As you see that he holds up his hand, and you see that like a spark happens in his hand little by little, and you see that it opens into like this small portal, and you recognize this portal that you used before, but you can feel that your power slowly begins to escape you little by little before you see that a like purple tendril immediately wraps itself around this man's hand. He says, "What is this?" As you see that this tendril kind of like pulls from him, it lacerates his entire arm as you hear him yell out in pain, and you see not blood that originates from his hand and his wounds, but rather the same sludge that you had seen from yourself slowly moving out of his head. He says, "You were cursed."
I was.
Damn you.
Damn me. Damn me. That's really ironic. Look, I would have been perfectly willing to help you get back to wherever you belong had you been more forward with everything. I am my brother, the real one, not the one that you made to make me happy, to make this family happy, is a child of ASTRA. I understand, to some degree, the negative effects of her. And I would have tried my best to help you, having multiple connections to her in the material plane. I really would have tried to help. But you've came here and you've took everything that's important to me. When I asked just to see my friends again, the real ones, not the husks that have been walking around this palace, I would have stayed probably calmly and cooperated. I really would have. But you don't understand the value of family and sacrifice and compromise. I don't think any daughter, me or the real one, would have been happy to be with you.
You see that he kind of like looks over at his like very lacerated arm, as you see that he kind of like moves his fingers, like outstretches his fingers and closes into a fist. He says, "You are a tool, nothing more." As you see that he snaps his finger again, and you see that this Karuni kind of like goes over and immediately like kind of like grabs you from like both of your kind of like puts her left and right arm and kind of like holds you up and like pulls you away. Give me a sleight of hand check real quick if you'd be so kind.
Bruh. Can I make a different kind of check, like acrobatics?
What is the check you got?
I got a 10 plus 4. That's another 14. Can I make acrobatics, please? I have a plus 14 to acrobatics, and you've never let me use it.
As you are...
To be fair, it does sound like escaping a grapple, which would be athletics acrobatics.
Well, here's what I was going to narrate, was that as you are being pulled, in the part where you are constantly moving, trying to get out of the grip, you notice that your hand ends up catching something and immediately holding on to it, as you feel like something moved with it, as you are now holding something. And holding something, as you are pulled out of the room and thrown out into the hallway, you notice that as you kind of like collapse to the floor, and you kind of like arch your I'd say like arch your back inward, so that like you can kind of like look underneath you. You can see that you are holding a golden necklace.
Q after giving Fionn gold stuff. After I told him to stop fucking doing that. No, I'm kidding. She look at it, and she's gonna. Is the door still open?
No. You see that as you're like getting up to your feet, you see that the Karuni is closing the door.
Karuni, would you mind passing a message on to him for me?
No response.
Right, then I'll just say it and hope to God he can hear me through the door. The whole... I really wish I could help more than I can. But treating me like a tool is kind of the same thing that Astra did. And it's... Either way, I'm prisoned. It's just really a shitty situation, and it's giving... projecting your own trauma, generational trauma, one could say. I don't know, I'm not very, like, into psychology, but, you know, I don't know.
Hearing this, you see that the Karuni immediately goes over and kind of like pushes you over to kind of like just move on.
I just wish you would listen. That's what a real father would have done. And she will, I guess, walk back up the stairs with this golden necklace.
Do you hide this?
Yeah.
Checking. Okay. So yeah,
Checking.
you go back up the stairs, and you see that this Karuni kind of guides you back to your room. And as you are guided back to your room, you notice that the butler of Eric is not there, but just Karuni. As you see that the door closes, and Karuni just stands there at the door.
I'm gonna... How far would I have to be for her to, like, not really see me? Is she, like, watching me?
She's just standing there. She's not like looking at you or anything. She just kind of like stands
Then
there.
can I take out the
looking
necklace safely
proper.
and, like, inspect it?
You take out the necklace, and you notice that this necklace has a ruby inlaid into the main part of this necklace.
Let me see if she can make any checks or anything. Oh, I'm keeping in my burps because I have respect for other people. Okay. She is going to... Can I do... detect magic on this? I have that spell. Oh, does she have any HP, by the way? Because she should be making death saves right now.
Oh yeah, you're back up to full health. So.
Did I basically have a long rest?
Basically.
Okay. Then I'm gonna... Can I cast detect magic?
Detect magic. I mean,
on the necklace.
Casting detect magic. The magic has a semblance of the necklace has a semblance of magic to it, but not exactly anything. Not exactly anything spectacular.
Cool. Thanks. Let's see. What can I do that really is good? Wait a minute. How far away is those gardens I can see?
The gardens that you look at, I mean, they're like right there. You open the window and you can see them.
Less than 30 feet?
More so, yeah.
So about 30 feet?
About so.
I would like to, because I'm a hashtag Shadarkai, I have Blessing of the Raven Queen. I want to teleport into the garden because I can see it. I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see.
Okay.
Can I do that? Please? Please?
You can.
Can I bring my phoenix with, though?
Sure. So you bring.
She's gonna grab the phoenix and she's gonna teleport outside.
Okay.
To the thing.
So you grab the phoenix, and you go out. You teleport outside into the garden area. However, when you teleport into the garden area, you notice that when you land on ground, you're not landing on ground. It's like you're landing in sand almost.
Oh. It's a Zen garden. That's quite nice. What does she see when she looks around?
When you look around, you can see, you can see the garden here. It looks like an ordinary garden, and some of the maids seem to be out tending to the garden. But the feeling that you get beneath your feet, it does not feel like grass. It instead feels like sand, as it feels like your feet kind of sink in a little bit.
So the garden is not real? Like most things here. Cool. I am going to... Can I make an investigation check just about this whole place? I've put together that this is the mansion that she keeps seeing in her dreams, and that this is like that Shadar Kai place. I've put those 2 and 2 together.
Okay. What are you trying to investigate exactly?
Just anything that you're willing to tell me.
Give me an investigation check, and we'll see what I can tell you.
That's a nat 1, so I'm killing myself. Maybe. Wait. I just got inspiration, so I'm gonna use my.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to be a 25.
Okay. Investigating around in this garden areas, quote unquote garden, Fion, you look around and you look over and see this like large, or not large, but like you kind of see like there's like another door that leads back into the house. But you notice as well that next to it there seems to be this kind of like small little window that looks like it leads to somewhere underneath this house that may just be large enough to squeeze through.
She's gonna peer through the window first.
Okay. You peer through the window and you can see that you're looking into like a empty room almost. It's like a storage closet of stuff that seems to be in there, like racks of like different wines, boxes full of other stuff, but more or less looks like kind of like a storage closet.
Is my stuff in there?
From what you're seeing, no.
Do I have any idea where my stuff would be?
No, not to your recollection.
Okay. Okay, she's gonna climb through the window.
Okay. Give me a stealth check first of all to see if you're able to break the glass on the window.
Thank God I have a plus 14 to stealth because I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a 3. I rolled a 3.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank
so
God.
you're able to break the glass enough, like you're able to crack the glass enough that you can kind of like push in just a little bit for it to kind of like shatter and then slowly fall into small bits without alerting attention. And you're able to kind of like climb through and make it into this little storage closet area. Okay, you're here. So what now?
Can I investigate to see if there's anything that like really piques my interest?
I mean, the only thing that really piques your interest in here besides that is just the door. That's like on the other side of the room.
Then I go through the door.
Okay. You open the door and you can see that you're in this kind of like underground part of this house now. And looking at this underground part, you notice that there seems to be like a hall. So what you're looking at in front of you, you're looking at a hallway, And then close to your left, there seems to be a door. Next to that, there seems to be this kind of like open space where it looks like it leads somewhere. There's a hallway that goes on for probably about 30 feet. And to your right, you see that there's another way for you to go. Kind of like looking like another open section, like a hallway.
She's gonna go to the right.
Okay. Bypassing, you notice that little like area that's open on the left is actually stairs that go upward. But bypassing that, you go over and turning the corner, you notice that there is another set of doors. You see that there's two doors, or there's a door to your left. Then you see that there's a door at the end of this hall.
So the stairs going up that were to
Yes.
my left.
That was back there, back behind you.
Yeah, I'm just asking this
Yeah.
as a question.
Yeah.
Were those the same stairs that we went down to get to the office?
No. Completely
Okay.
new ones.
Cool. Okay. Based on the layout that she has, this is a really stupid question. Please tell me no if this is stupid. Is this the area that like she was talking to the gang through? And would she be able to realize that?
Well, the material you saw in the walls and the flooring in the room that you were speaking to the rest of the party matches with this underground section.
Okay. There were several doors. Can I just go through all of them?
There's a door to your left, and then there's a door down the hall at the end.
I'll go to the door to my left first, and then go to the one at the end of the.
Okay. So you open the door, and when you open the door, you notice a very disturbing sight. You notice that in this room, there seems to be these like it's kind of like these like weird, how do I put this, kind of like larva pods almost, and inside of these larva pods is the party.
That's bad. That's really bad. Can I break them?
What will you break them with?
Well, we've established that I have quite a few daggers.
Unfortunately, you do not have those daggers with you.
Oh, fuck. Well, we've established... Oops, I accidentally rolled a dice. Just ignore that. I clicked initiative on accident. We've established that Fionn has 4 arms when she projects, so she can punch hard.
Give me a strength check.
Okie dokie, artichokey. I'm not rolling these fucking real life dice anymore.
Oh no, dude. What are we looking
That's
at?
gonna be an 8.
Fionn, with your even with your astral projection arms, you see that when you punch the glass, nothing happens. Much
But
rather
she
you.
didn't even like summon them yet, bruh.
So
She didn't
you're
summon
gonna
them.
punch with your regular hands?
Yeah, first I'm gonna try the regular hands and then summon her astral arms if it doesn't work.
Well, okay. Well, you punch the larva pods, and instead actually end up bruising your own hand.
Okay. So now I'm gonna summon my astral arms and I'm gonna try again.
Well, give it a shot.
Oh, that's much better. That's gonna be an 18.
You punch, and yeah, you're able to crack the hard shell of this like larva pod just a little bit. Peachy, hey, get out of there. Yeah, so you're able to crack this larva pod, but not in a large enough way that it would do any amount of like damage to it. Almost.
That's great. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here.
Anything else you do in this room?
I will, but I'm just trying to see what I would like to do.
Okay.
Well, I can't do that. I might just keep punching. To be honest, I might just keep punching until I want to punch just enough to get the goo to start leaking.
It's gonna take a while if you're gonna try to punch it.
She doesn't have anything else she can do. She doesn't have any spells.
Rip it open, bro. You got nails.
I mean, if
Woman,
you wanna try it,
I can try ripping it open, yeah.
well, the problem is with the cracks as it is now. The cracks are not large enough for your fingers to be able to kind of like go through and pull it. If I had to give it a proper preface, it probably would need to be cracked maybe like at least 3 more times for it to just be enough for you to put your fingers through.
If I cast haste, can I make it stronger?
It costs an extra action.
No.
It makes you faster. No.
Okay, then she's just gonna punch. She's just gonna punch. Are you
Uh,
ready for a lot of strength checks?
all right, give me a check.
I'm killing myself. That's a 4.
Can you roll
How much-
good, please?
Fion,
How much damage does
Fion,
she take?
you take
Why
1
don't you
point
use your
of.
dex instead of your strength
you
because
take
you're a monk.
1
That's like the whole
point.
point.
Oh my god, you're right! I keep rolling strength instead of dex because I'm a monk! Oh my god.
You made her so mad.
You
Bloom was
gravely
gone.
upset Bloom.
Yeah, it made her roll so
Okay,
changed.
I
Her
got it.
German Wi-Fi is reset.
I got a 22.
Yeah, I mean, with your dex, you're able to crack it a bit more.
Okay, one more. Oh, I got another 22.
Crack it a bit more.
Can I rip it open now?
I give it about that you can try to rip it. Give me. Well, the problem is now this one will actually require a strength check.
Oh, fucking Christ on the cross. Dear Lord, dear Astra, dear God, dear whomever is listening to me, if I roll low
I'm
on
listening.
this, if I roll low on this, I will kill myself on stream, causing Cube to be
In game.
demonetized.
In Monster Hunter, she
Yes,
will
in
go
Monster
to
Hunter.
Ray down into a SOS signal
So
and then
God
jump.
wants me to kill myself. I got a 6.
In
How many?
game.
If you had to guess,
Um,
Cube, how many tallies do I have?
By this point, you would have accumulated 3 tallies with the fails that you
Her.
collected.
Okay, then I'm gonna add all 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 3d6s. One,
maybe
2,
plus-
3. 6 plus 11 is
17.
17. I mean, yeah, with a 17 check, you're able to rip out an upper half of Eric's.
I didn't want to rip out Eric's. I was ripping out Baprold's.
Oh,
What
okay.
the fuck?
You rip out the upper half.
Baprold is
of-
Fion's best friend.
You rip off the
Okay.
upper half
All right,
of
Eric's the
Baprold's.
strongest.
Upper half of Baprold's kind of like binding. But you notice that there is definitely something very wrong with Baprold. As you look over, you can notice that like the veins that are in his neck seem to have like, it no longer looks normal. It looks like there is something pulsating, like pulsating dark purple in his body. Like in his body, you can see it. There's something like pulsating purple through his veins.
That's bad. Can she like take? Is he easy out of the pod now?
His upper half of the body is out of the pod, but I think with a good tug, you can be able to pull him out of the rest of it.
Okay, I'm gonna tug him. What kind of roll for that?
It's gonna be another strength check.
I'm fucking killing myself. Oh, baby! Sorry, I got a nat 20.
So yeah,
I believe, bro.
you do end up ripping Baprold out of his confinement as both you and him kind of like collapse to the floor, and you kind of like get up and kind of prop him up a little bit, but you see that Baprold is still unconscious.
Okay. Well, she'll deal with that later. Next is Eric.
Well, you're gonna have to continue doing some more punching. Or dex.
1. Okay, that's 17.
All right.
2.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 6. So she hurts herself. How many damage?
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
You just
Okay,
got beating her fist
dokey.
bloody.
17 again.
Don't you have
Okay.
your astral arms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
So
doing.
why would she be getting bloodied?
She's still
That's
using
kinda
fist of
insane.
until taking bludgeoning damage. Okay, so it's enough to be able to put your fingers through to rip it open.
Okay, she's gonna rip open.
Listen.
Oh, I got another nat 20.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
wait, I used the wrong check. I'd use strength, didn't I?
Yeah, you need
So
to
it's a
get
21. It's a 21. It's still a 20.
strength. Okay.
20.
Did you do a strength check?
I rolled it as a dex check, but I removed the -3, or I took off the 3 points.
So what is the total then?
21. I got an nat 20,
Okay. Well, I'll
but I
give you
clicked
that
the
one.
dex button instead of the strength button on accident.
I'll let it slide this time. Yeah, so you're able to break open Eric's part. Yeah. Still
Can I pull it out now?
unconscious. Yeah, you pull him out with ease with the nat
okay.
20. They're all still unconscious, by the way. So
Yeah, I know. She's gonna get them all out first, and then she's gonna try and fix the problem. Okay, so now we're who's next to Eric? Karuni? Celeste? She's not saving Zula, by the way. For us, is not saving Zula.
You do
That's a
see,
choice that I'm
yes,
making.
Eric. You see next to Eric, there's Zoro and
Okay.
Celeste.
Then she'll do Zoro next. Okay, that's an 8. Does that do her damage?
Yeah, let me roll a d4. This is gonna take a bit. I actually was not
And to be
expecting you to go
fair-
over here. I'll be honest. Well, I mean, hey, if she wants to do it. Shit, what am I to do? You know.
Yup.
At this point, we should have expected it.
This is Fionn, bro.
Honestly, I should have probably expected that she would have just wanted to be here to break open the shit.
You gave the monk the option to punch things. Of course, this is what the outcome's gonna be. Do they have their gear on them?
No.
Wait, fuck. Because I would have taken backwards
you
gauntlets off.
took one point of bludgeoning damage yourself.
Okay. Okay, Zoro. If I roll bad again, okay. 19.
Okay.
Now another dex. 17.
All right. It's cracked enough for you to be able to weave your fingers in it.
Strength! Oh, that's a 4.
Nope.
Could you try again?
You can give it another shot.
Oh, baby! Another nat 20!
Yeah. So you break it open and you're able to pull Zoro out with ease. Fionn, I'm gonna need you to give me a perception check.
That's a nat 1.
Ooh.
But at least I get a tally.
Well, I mean, hey, you can go ahead and punch again. No problem with getting a nat 1 on a perception. Don't worry about it.
Does it matter at all that I have a 17 passive perception? Does that matter at all?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, now it's time to punch for Karuni.
Okay.
Well, how much damage do I take, Cube?
It's another d4. That's 3 points.
Nice. Next. Okay, 23.
23. Okay. Okay. Again.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah. You don't even need to weave your fingers through, as you're able to break the larva around Celeste, and you're able to pull her out.
Brr.
Fionn, as you prepare to break open the next one,
Karuni. Not Zula.
um,
Zula and Gildo are staying in there.
as you prepare to break open the next one, Fionn, unfortunately, as you prepare, you notice that the light that's emitting from the door has a shadow.
She's gonna turn around. I
You
have a soundboard
see-
effect. Wait. Now you may continue.
Fion, you turn around and you see the butler of Zoro standing in the doorway.
Hello, Butler of Zoro. Did Daddy Dearest send you?
No response. However,
Oh my god, who could have guessed?
Fuck off.
However, hold on. I need to pull up a sheet real quick. One sec.
Oh no. Well,
Oh my god, bro.
it's okay, guys.
You think you
Fion
handle 1v1 with Zoro?
it's not Zoro. It's fake Zoro. It's not real Zoro. He doesn't have
Problem
true
is,
sight.
That's
Zoro's
his
the only
body.
one-
That's as real as it gets, bro.
His body's
He
right
didn't
here.
get-
I freed his body. Wait, I freed Zoro's body.
Yes,
His butler shouldn't be there.
but he is unconscious. There's reasons for this, but
Can I kick Zoro's body in the head? Undo the unconscious?
He's gonna be way more unconscious after that, bro.
Can I
They have a
kill
word for
Zoro?
that. It's called death.
Okay,
Can I
so
kill Zoro?
hold on. Let me check real quick.
He's gonna give Zoro the special needs cannon, bro.
Can I
So
attack?
characters typically
No!
grapple
What the
by
fuck?
using an unarmed strike. Many monsters grapple succeed on a strength or dexterity throw, or it has grapple.
this man out of
DC
here.
for the saving
Dude, with the
throw.
amount that we've been grappling, you don't know the strength. You don't know the grappling,
Plus,
bros. That's
all
this
so,
team fucking does is grapple. That's all
I
it
never
fucking-
equals
grapple.
8 plus your strength modifier. So for Zoro's modifier for strength,
4.
that would be
Oh, 5.
5. So give me a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
With
of
a
course, the one that you give me
with a DC of
disadvantage on.
13.
Okay, I have two choices here, guys. Cube gave me disadvantage on
Dex.
Dex saves. You think I should go with Dex?
Dex. Mathematically correct.
Oh, I'm cooked. I got an 8. Wait, I
Fion.
just got tallies.
well,
I'm
a
like-
tally.
Yeah, a tally.
Got a D6.
Okay, so now it is a
11.
That does not beat a 13.
thanks, grapple. Wait!
Oh.
Lucky
There's more.
feet.
Oh, lucky feet. Okay.
Pew! Oh, hallelujah, thank you. 21.
Okay. You see that this Zoro tries to grapple you. Unfortunately for him, you're able to quickly and deftly slip under him. Now Zoro is in front of you and the door is behind you. What now?
If only I had like a gun, that would be great.
This isn't fucking Resident Evil. What the fuck?
It is. That's what it
Shoot-
fucking
shoot-
feels like.
Shoot the body of your friend. That will definitely not have repercussions.
No, this is not the body of my friend.
So what now?
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I would maybe. Do I want to do this? Hold on. Let me read the spell description. Keep actually making me use my fucking spells is crazy.
I mean, up to you what you're gonna be doing here. This is purely on your decision. So
Zoro's gonna get flambéed.
No.
I'm just gonna
No,
exercise.
no. I was just thinking about casting protection against from evil and good on myself. Because I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared right now. Because the problem is, all my spells that I have, I need arrows to like use.
This encounter hurts my soul, and you guys will know why at the end of the session.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it hurts your soul. I'm sorry that we put it together. Yeah.
Technically
You know what?
speaking-
You know what? You know what? You know what?
Okay.
Fion's gonna stealth out of the room.
So you're
He's
going
looking
to.
right
Yeah,
fucking
he's
at you.
looking at you.
I'm behind him.
Yeah, he's turned
Behind
around,
him.
is looking at you.
I'm gonna stealth out of the room.
Oh my god.
Claire, where'd you go?
Okay, well, I am
Where'd she go?
so. I'm so sorry to preface this. So you're going to stealth out of the room when Zoro's looking at you, right?
Well,
Yay!
Okay.
um,
If you're gonna roll me stealth, give me it with a disadvantage.
okay. So that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Let me roll with Zoro's perception to see if he sees you. He has advantage because he's literally fucking looking at you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Zoro can roll it. Yeah, because this is his body for his character, so it's him to roll it.
I have
Okay.
a
A
plan.
perception with
Plan.
advantage.
I have
With
a plan.
advantage?
Yes.
Alright, watch this be my nat 20.
Killing myself if it's a net.
Nah,
It
nah.
would be
I got a
on par for the
27, so I got a
genre.
23.
He still beats your dirty 20.
It's okay if he sees me. It's okay if he sees me. She's gonna book it to go upstairs, up the stairs at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
What's
What
the
ability
point to hold
does
that?
Zoro have?
I have a plan. I have a plan. Trust
I have a
me.
plan. I have a plan, Arthur. I just need more time. Okay.
I have a plan.
So, what happens, Zoro?
What abilities does Zoro have? Does he have all his unlocked abilities?
He has his abilities minus his equipment. That's the whole
Zoro,
thing.
why do you want to kill Fion? I know where you live.
You keep saying that! You keep saying that!
Oh my
Don't
god.
forget, I have all of your fuckers' addresses.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
Jesus
Hell,
Christ.
get
Get out!
Alright.
Alright, so
Fion's gonna book it down the hallway.
Because
so
I know what Zoro would do in this sense, but I'm not gonna say.
so you book it, okay.
Up the stairs.
I'm gonna need both you and
So you want me to-
Zoro to both give me dexterity checks.
Thank God I don't have disadvantage on
Dexterity
those.
checks.
Give me a
Okay.
dexterity check.
That's can I roll acrobatics? Acrobatics is dex.
It's a dexterity because you're gonna see if you will be able to make it to the stairs first, or he will catch up to you first.
Okay, I got an 11, but it's okay, guys. I have more blessings of Raven charges. I have more teleport charges.
I got 17.
Wait.
17. So, okay.
Leon, are you armored?
No, she's not. She's wearing regular. She's wearing regular.
Oh,
clothing.
well, then you should have a faster movement speed than he does automatically. She has 40 feet. Zoro has,
I have 40
oh, wait.
feet.
but
Yeah, he's
Zoro
got 40
also
feet.
has unarmored movement. Whoops, my bad.
Yep. And so,
It's okay, guys. This is what teleportation is for.
So Fion, you run out of the room and you turn over to try to run. And you turn over to make it down the hallway and you make a left to go to the stairs. However, just as you are running down the hallway and about to make it to the stairs, you see that Zoro had immediately caught up to you and managed to grab you by one of your wrists.
Can I teleport up to the top of the stairs because I can see it and it's less than 30 feet away?
Unfortunately, you are just short by 10 feet of seeing where the fuck up the stairs you can go to.
Okay, then can I go all the way as far up as I can see, please?
You would be able to teleport at least to the steps of this
Then
stair.
I would like to teleport to the steps of the stairs.
Okay, you teleport to the steps, and what now?
She's gonna book it up the stairs.
Oh. Fion, you book it up the stairs and had run into two other butlers.
No.
I'm being attacked by that one. Wait, actually, no, she's just gonna keep booking it. She's just gonna keep booking it. I've decided. I've decided.
Whose
Ugh.
characters are these?
She's gonna just book it all the way to the office, to her dad's office.
Well, you
That's what I've decided.
Well, the problem is, from where you are, you're about, what,
That's surrounded.
60 feet away from where the staircase is to go downstairs to your
Cool,
father's
she
office.
can teleport twice.
Fion,
I have 5 charges. I have 5 charges.
I understand. But Fion, first off, I need you to give me another dexterity check. And I will do the same for these 2 other people here.
She got an 11 again, so I don't know what the fuck is wrong with
Who's-
Beyond today. It's
Whose
Beyond.
characters are these butlers?
It's gonna be the least dexterous ones. It's gonna be fucking it's gonna be fucking Zula and Gildo.
Who's
No, these are
Yeah.
these are 2 random ones. They're not anybody
Oh,
that
thank
would be
God.
recognizable.
Thank God.
Damn.
She
Damn.
still hasn't seen
Damn.
Baffles, and I feel like that's stressing her out. She's missing Baffles' body.
Fight.
Baffles her best friend.
I really hate to say it, but you have been nat 20'd, i.e., you run past them, but just as you take one step past, one of them instantly grabs you by the wrist. Again.
Okay, well, can she teleport 30 feet and then teleport 30 feet again to the stairs?
Well, okay.
Please?
You teleport 30 feet down the hallway. Running down the hallway, there's a hallway the hallway forks into a left and forward. And to the left, another butler of Celeste is there and begins
Okay.
running at you.
Get it. I just need to get to the office, bruh. Teleport me to the stairs again. Jarvis, clip that.
First
Okay.
off, give me another dexterity check.
Oh my fucking god.
There's
Oh my
so
fucking god,
much
she fucking
goodness
dead.
right there.
17.
17.
fucking weird.
Celeste, do you mind rolling a dexterity check for me?
Taylor,
Oh
if you roll,
boy.
I will. I know where you live.
No, it's not. Okay. 11. What was yours,
Tom
Fion?
and Jerry.
17.
17. So you're able to outrun Celeste, and you are now at least within 20 feet of the staircase to go down into your father's study.
She's gonna teleport down to the staircase.
Okay. Oh boy. How do I preface this?
How
And
do
then
I
Butler Eric
So-
shows up and says, "Silvery bars."
fire? And
I
that was just
really-
lucky feet you
I
had.
really fucking hate this. You know why? Because you end up teleporting, and I'm making rolls to see if there is someone there. This time there is, and coincidentally enough, it is Eric who is there at the
Oh my fucking god, I'm
stairs.
dead.
I don't need equipment to kick your ass. Fireballs.
Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead.
What
Oh
will you
my
do
god,
now as
dude.
you are face to face with a butler version of Eric with the staircase behind him?
Teleport down the stairs.
Eric, I will,
Okay,
I will,
spell.
I will
Guys,
allow you to go
don't
through
worry.
that.
This isn't a spell. This is just an ability.
Oh,
because
that's true. It's a feat.
it's
That
part
is
of my
true.
yeah,
Way
and
to
plus she
go.
has that, and
Okay.
she has more Misty step charges. So we're fine, guys. I didn't have to use any of my Misty feats.
Okay.
Any more minutes.
So-
of
Good
this.
thinking. Now I'll take a different action. I'm gonna fireball your fucking ass.
No, you're not.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you that the bodies of
Fireball's
these
an
are
action.
exactly with each of them. They're replicas of the person that they've copied. And the replicas have exactly what they normally would have, i.e. spells. So,
I mean, if that's
So does, they have,
Yes.
does the Eric have the same issues that he has normally? Oh no! Karuni doesn't love you anymore, Eric. She'll just
No.
scream his issues.
Wow.
Your parents are
literally
dead.
literally the only difference with these replicas, Fion, is that they are emotionless.
He's still short, and his balls are in the same spot. Can she kick them?
Crazy.
You're in the wrong role.
I mean, hell, you can make an unarmed attack, Eric, whatever
She's a
you
monk,
have to,
so be Dex.
whatever it is that you can counter it, it's up to you. I mean, it's on your hands now. So
This hurts.
Oh no.
this is basically player versus player right now, pretty much.
No
You wanted me to
way,
get
bro.
You wanted me to make a Dex
Forced
check, right?
PvP is cray.
You wanted me
It's
to
not forced.
make a. It was a Dex check, right, Cube?
Whatever
Or
attack
did you want
roll,
me to make-
whatever an attack roll. So an attack roll on Eric. If you want, you said you wanted to kick
Oh.
him in the balls.
So then I got a 25.
Okay. Do you have anything to counter that, Eric? Anything in your arsenal?
Okay. Eric's balls light on fire as he held it from view.
What is the damage
Hellish
she
Rebuke?
takes for Hellish Rebuke?
Dex save.
Give me a dex save.
2d10 fire.
Okay, let's see which one I get. What is the lower number?
Yeah,
Why
that'll
the-
save.
That did not. No. It wasn't a 25. It wasn't. It was an 8 plus 4 is a 12.
What is the
Oh, that's
DC?
not gonna save. You take 14 fire damage. It's 18.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so what now?
She kicked him in the balls. How is he feeling?
He's emotionless. There is
well,
nothing.
His balls are are literally on fire. So
Okay, well she's gonna run down the stairs then.
Okay. She runs down the stairs. Eric has an opportunity of attack if there's anything that he's gonna do here. I don't.
Oh,
I
no.
do. Well, I do. I do have Warcaster, so I can.
I meant to say that I was teleporting down the stairs.
Well, there you
That's what I
go.
meant to say.
Well, you teleport down the stairs
That's
and are
fair.
now about 10 feet away from the door now.
Oh my God.
She's gonna stand in front of the door. And Eric, will you do me a massive favor?
Mhm.
Will you cast Fireball for me, my love?
She cast fireball.
I unfortunately cannot. Under the rules of War Mage, it must be a spell that targets only one creature, and cannot have
you are
multiple hits
only-
like Scorching Ray, Magic Missile.
Well, this isn't a Warcaster thing. This is just a thing that you can do. I'm giving you permission to
You?
Fireball me.
If it's
I need you to
we're
destroy the
following it
door.
we're following it off of the basis of whatever it is that Eric has. So if it's following the rules of Warcaster, it follows the rules of Warcaster.
I'm looking at Eric's
Okay.
character sheet.
Can I just fireball her?
You want to fireball her?
Will you let me?
Because it's funny, I'll allow you to fireball her.
Okay, level 5.
I didn't agree to a level 5 fire. Level 3.
Oh no! I already rolled damage. Make your save.
You make your save now.
What save?
It's a deck save. Is it a deck save, right?
X 18.
A deck save of
In case this is the end, bro, Eric, there's a dap up waiting for you in heaven.
I got a 13.
Oh
So you
my
take 42 fire damage.
Jesus
Oh, 42 fire damage, that's nothing.
Christ. Okay.
Does the door behind her break? Does the door behind her break?
No.
Also
Does
on
42 fire damage break a door? It doesn't break the door.
Cube, you can't do bullshit like that. There's no fucking way.
This
There's actually no
door
fucking way.
this door ignites, but it does not break.
So you
It
have to
ignites
wait.
though.
With the
It's
power of the
ignite.
fucking sun, bro.
It's ignited.
Is it like beginning to like? There are holes in it, you know.
Deteriorate.
Did
yeah.
I
It's
did I
deteriorating.
preface this by saying that this was a did I preface this earlier? I don't oh fuck. I don't think I prefaced it
It's a
earlier.
steel
This was a
door.
metal door that leads into the
come
study.
on.
I thought I prefaced this earlier. Did I not preface this?
You
No, I
didn't.
thought it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. No. Okay, fine. We'll retcon that because of my mistake. We'll retcon that. Yes, the door bursts open.
Yay.
He walks in.
Yippee!
All of your butlers are attacking me for no reason.
I have a few reasons.
You can't talk.
Of all
You can't
talk.
Go back to your father.
There's a fury.
All of them are attacking me for no reason. This one just threw a fireball at me.
No.
So now he brings
Theon.
it.
Theon. You see your father get up, and you see that he snaps his finger, and once again, you feel your body tense up, unable to move, as you see this butler of Eric kindly walks in and gives a bow to your father. As your father says, I'm afraid it is you who has made a mistake here.
No.
Return her to her room. And I mean,
Wait.
add more security. You see
Can
that
we at least have a chat first? Please?
he does not speak to you. Instead, walks
Okay,
back to his
well.
desk and sits as you see that
You
this
know,
butler of
I
Eric...
know how to get back to the material plane, but if you don't want, it won't happen. Because I know how to get back, and I have the means to get back on my own. But, you know, I don't have to help you. You're not willing to compromise like a real dad would. Just saying.
You
I
are...
know how to get back. I know how to break my code.
You are dragged back to your room.
I'm fucking dead. Man, I'm fucking dead.
Unfortunately, dragged back to the room without the Phoenix.
Yeah, but the Phoenix is down there, okay? The Phoenix has Hashan magic. Hashan magic
No.
can help the
Left
guys,
baby
right?
in there.
God,
She left the baby in the
they
cellar.
know about it.
You are dragged back
They don't know
to
that the
your...
Phoenix feather is what cures her, though.
You are
They just know that she has a
dragged back to your room, unfortunately. And this time, there is not just Eric, but there is a Zorro butler at your door now.
Can you at least get me a backroad butler? He's like the
She's
only one
trapped. She ain't going nowhere.
the only one I consider a friend.
This time, Eric
Can you at least
stands...
bring
No
this?
friend.
Eric stands by the door, and Zorro stands by the window.
Alright, I'm gonna just have to manage this. Okay. What else does she have in this room? What does she have in here? anything
Besides
she
your
likes?
bed and your books, that's it.
Alright, she's gonna pick a book off the shelf. She's gonna sit down in front of them and start reading to them. She's fucking bored. She's bored and she's stuck here. She has jack shit to do.
Listen, when this session's over and we end the stream, I am gonna explain why this pains me so much. I will explain why after the session. But okay, yeah, you take the book and you sit down and read to them.
She's gonna sit in front of Eric specifically. She doesn't really know Zoro that well.
Cool.
Even though they're both husks, she's gonna treat them as if they were her real friends.
Cool. So you read to Eric. This was such a roller coaster of what I was not expecting. I actually cannot continue the session because if I go back to the group, it initiates combat, and I don't have a proper combat. I don't have a proper combat board set, unfortunately. So.
Smart.
We
Hated him.
how much did we derail this from the original plan?
This.
Yeah, what was the plan? What was the plan?
Okay. Well, since the session is pretty much over at this point, since we cannot continue, as pretty much the next session will be combat heavy,
Yippee.
this whole session was, like, from start to finish, this session was derailed from the beginning. I'm not even joking. Was derailed
do?
from the beginning.
When I went to the bathroom?
Yes! Yes! It
I
was
could tell.
derailed from start from there all the way to now. I had everything. So for Fion's set was derailed from the bathroom all the way up until now. For the party, it was derailed the moment Baprold grabbed the box. The moment he grabbed the box.
Oh, well,
Then why
that
would
wasn't
you-
that bad.
It wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. But the
I don't
problem
know why
is
you
it
would put a big shiny thing in front of us, tell us it's locked, and then expect us not to grab it.
I don't understand why you give me a big fancy mansion. You would give me a big fancy mansion to explore. You wouldn't let me explore it. She's gonna go to the bathroom, the only place where the guards can't go with her and watch her piss, to go make up a plan.
Yeah,
And she
no,
just
no,
happened to
no.
find
Okay,
the
that no, no, no.
vent.
That part wasn't okay. That part wasn't too bad. I was fine with it. The problem was the point when Theon decided to start breaking everybody out of the larvae pods, which is understandable, right? I'm not saying it's wrong. It's understandable. But
Why
when I
would you put that
explained that this is so painful to me, because okay, since the session is essentially over, I might as well spoil it for here and everyone else here at this point.
Wait, are we still streaming?
Yes. Well, I mean, at this
Wait, are
point,
we still streaming?
yeah, we're still streaming. Yes, we've been streaming for a while. I will say,
Bye, stream. Bye. I love you.
thank
Goodbye.
you, thank you
Yeah,
everybody for
bye-bye.
tuning into tonight's very derailed session. I was not expecting it to go the way it did, and the way it went was so off. Well, what for some parts was still fine, but the endings of these went so off rails that I actually cannot continue the session at all until next Monday when we have combat.
Let the record show Baffles regrets nothing, number one. Number two, we genuinely made you quit.
It's not even that I.
That is an-
It's not even that
I
I
made
quit.
you
It's that I
quit
can't
Dungeons and
even
Dragons.
actually continue. That's the problem because I can't continue. The problem is I can't continue with Fion because Fion's gotten herself into a situation, and I can't continue with the party because the party has combat, and I don't have the proper stat blocks and even the battle the battle stage set either because I was not expecting you guys to go into combat tonight. So all of that was there for this. Thank you everybody for tuning into tonight's very chaotic and derailed session. I hope you guys enjoyed the chaos that happened tonight. And I do hope that the party will survive the next encounter, next session. I pray.
Unlikely.
Unlikely, considering you just blew us
Unlikely.
up.
Considering.
Unlikely considering Eric threw a fireball at me.
Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in
You
tonight's
ass
session.
high.
I will see you guys tomorrow for a regular gaming stream where we're going to just be playing For Honor and possibly hating my life for it. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight's session. I'll see you guys next Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but I will see you guys next Monday for D&D for session 31 of Eyes of Astra. Thank you. And